Hey, everybody, it's Tuesday, April 7th, 2026. Welcome to the Giant Bombcast, episode 935. I am your host, Jan Ochoa. For video viewers out there, do not be alarmed by the yellow beanie and the sunglasses. I'm not taking a heel turn. I've not turned evil. An evil doppelganger has not taken over my persons. I am just simply trying to fist fight a migraine and my destiny, and it seems like the world as well. I shouldn't be yelling, but co-captain of the ship, Jeff Grubb.
Oh, I'm very happy to be here, Jan. I'm also not feeling tip-top, but I think relative to many people on this podcast, I'm doing really well, so I'm just not going to say anything else.
That's right. We're all falling apart at the seams. PAX may have done a number on us, but speaking about together at the seams, he is bursting at the seams with rage dedicated towards Oates businesses. Ian Reichert.
Who can say which Oates business has wronged me yet again and whose Oates code you should not use? But yeah, Jan, we're all struggling today, Jan. You got the migraine. Grubb, you're not tip-top shape. I had to go to the dentist today again. I'm having some severe tooth pain and everything. So things are rough there. And Mikey had to get up at noon. It's tough for everyone out there, guys.
Our own Prince of Darkness.
I want to clear. I'm laughing at Mike shaking his head more than anything else.
Our own our own Prince of Darkness, Jeff Bakalar, is out on assignment, but don't worry, he's festering in the corner. He's stuck on the escalator of badassery. The bad boy of games media, Mike Minotti.
Look, I'm sorry, I don't have an excuse. I don't know why I'm out of it. I don't have an excuse. All right, I was up late playing video games. That's not an excuse. The sleep just didn't really take for some reason, you know? I don't know why. I just kind of woke up and it's like, looks like I hit my snooze button 30 times for 30 minutes in my sleep. That's always a bad sign. No time for my shower in the morning, which always helps wake me up. Missing the shower, that's a bad sign. I'll have to do that after this. I got no excuse. There's just tons of brain fog right now. No good. I'm not sick anymore. I can't blame it on that. I was sick last week and then really busy this weekend because of, all the Easter stuff. So I don't know. I guess I'm just unrested. That's it. I'm just a little baby.
It's been
this is Mikey's Hard Times promo.
Yeah. Can you, Mike Minotti, can you hit me with a daddy?
I guess I'm just a little sleepy, daddy.
Yeah,
close enough.
Perfect.
Yeah,
all right,
works
perfect.
for me.
No notes, boys. Other than
no notes, no oats.
yes. Other than the world seemingly on fire, and folks, hey, I know there's a lot happening in the world right now. There may be a lot happening in your own life right now. There sure is a lot of stuff happening to us right now. But we appreciate you spending time with us, and we hope this hour, 2 hours, almost maybe 3 hours, who knows, however the heck long we'll go today, will help distract you and be a little bit of reprieve from the fucking world on fire. Boys, otherwise, how are we doing? It was Easter.
It was. We did one of them like little, hey, follow the trail, go ahead. There's some like bunny stickers, like their paws stickers, put that on the ground. The kids went all around the house, found some cool Easter eggs, some toys and stuff like that. Easter, a much bigger deal than whatever it was for me as a kid. Like we would go get the eggs in the yard, but now we make a big deal out of it. And I hadn't been here the last couple of years because I would go to PAX. So coming back to, I'm like, there's all this setup. It was almost equivalent to like staying up late getting Christmas set up, but it was a lot of fun. The kids had a good time.
Hell yeah.
I had Ryan and Becky from Outpost 31 Productions come here to fix up the alien day one on Sunday, day one of the restoration. And we didn't realize it was Easter. And then he showed up and starts fixing up the alien. They're both wearing alien shirts. And they were like, this is our religion. I'm like, I found the right crew for this. This is awesome. They're coming again today.
So you would say that your xenomorph has risen. He's back.
His wrists are fixed up. The latex is drying right now. They're coming back with some hydrating stuff to kind of like freshen up all that stuff. They're going to paint the head a glossy black like in the movie. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, they're really found the right crew. These people love horror movies. Yeah.
Very cool.
Fix the alien butthole. Oh, Cubano, you should see the butthole on this thing is crazy right now.
Did Carrie come out of it?
Did Carrie come out of it?
No, can Jim Carrey come out of it? Then I'm not impressed with your butthole in your house.
I don't know if this butthole picture is going to show up. Like the butthole is like they took the tail off. So this is the butt. That's latex drawing on the butthole right now. Yeah. So the tail's on the ground over there. It's just,
guys. I think I gotta go. You can handle the show without me, right?
Yeah. All right. Let's talk more about buttholes,
Can I
everybody. Welcome to the Butthole Zone, a new podcast from Giant Bomb.
Oh boy, I think even our bench team may be going through it as well. Boys, I think two of you may have actually participated in some gigantic festivities over the weekend, and I'm not talking about Jesus or whatever. He's old news. I'm talking about the Mario movie.
Yes.
Yeah, Jeff and I saw. We haven't talked to each other about it at all yet. In fact, I think I even texted him. He ignored me. I don't know if he ignored me because
he texted me while I was in bed. I was sleeping. Yeah.
Well, what if Mike Minotti?
It was like midnight.
Well, you know what some people do? Some people are like the next day they text back to don't go. Well, that's just a wash, Mike. Come on.
Well, obviously you don't have many friends with ADHD, but also it was. This whole weekend I mostly spent wallpapering, so that's what I was doing. I'm like, I don't have time for Mike Minotti's silly asides. Now I know he's gonna have opinions about this movie.
What if
I need
Minotti
to go do adult stuff?
What if Minotti had texted you first? You up? Question mark.
Now then I would okay. I'm like something's up. I need to be there for him.
I need to ask a question. I've not seen the film, but I've seen a lot of reactions from people, and they've been very polarized. And I want to see which end of the needle you guys point more towards. One end. A lot of my friends I talk to about movies and stuff like that are like, oh, it is a bad movie. This is not a good movie. And then on the other hand, it's usually people with kids that are just like, the references, the joy, the kids loved it. So it's like one or the other is like, this movie sucks, or like, my kid laughed, so it's good. So like, where are you guys on it?
I mean, man, am I the only person that can hold two thoughts in their head at the same time? It's a bad movie that I had a good time at. Like, what am I supposed to do about this? Like, that's just what happened. Yeah.
Like, you already know what this movie is, Dan, and I don't think it's gonna like surprise you in some way. And maybe because it's so obvious what it is, it comes across worse than that first movie. There are problems. There are some things done better, but like the no needle drop, bad music tracks thing, that's a lot better.
That's limited.
So you said it was worse than the first one? Because the first one I thought was fine. I remember seeing the guys and thought it was fine.
In some ways.
It's maybe a little. In some ways, like the plot is definitely more haphazard. It's like really kind of just, it's nonsense. I don't blame, say, a movie critic who has no affinity for Mario for thinking that this is just absolute gibberish and having a bad time with it. I'll say this. There was definitely more like, sounds in the theater pointing at references than, ha 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 ha, what a genuinely funny joke in this movie.
Is the Super Mario 2 stuff, is that a substantial part of the movie?
It's a scene. It's a good scene. It's one of the better scenes. Okay. Yeah, it was fun. And like stuff like that, it's like, that's, they could have done more obvious things. And I like the fact that they did all of the bosses from Mario 2 are in this casino scene. That's neat. That's fine. I will say, like, the first half of the movie, I was like, oh no, they turned Yoshi into a minion. That mellowed out a little bit.
Yeah, pretty quickly.
Yeah, Fox McCloud's the best part of the movie for sure.
He kind of part of it, or is he like cameo?
He's a pretty decent part of it.
He's like a tertiary character. Like he's like
Donkey Kong last time almost.
He's like a Hawkeye, perhaps.
A little bit, yeah. Okay. Actually, for sure. The kids did enjoy it. That we came out of the movie, they were all talking about their favorite parts. Their favorite parts, like one was a reference, the other one was just like a funny joke that everyone laughed at. You could tell the kids were like, "Oh my god, I thought that was funny," and everyone in this room laughed too. That's cool to be part of a group like thinking something's funny, and they're kind of having that realization. So it's like, oh, it delivered what I went to the movie for, which was to see a bunch of Nintendo stuff, to see it be bright, colorful, and have kind of a fast pace to it, where they're going from one thing to the next. So it does go by pretty quick, and it does. And it's exactly what I was expecting. And I just can tell that this movie doesn't have any sort of pathos or tension or anything that I go to other movies for. But again, that's not why I showed up. That's not why I paid $100 for tickets for my family to go see this thing. We went to go see the colorful Mario characters.
Even your average like kids movie or family movie usually tries to be about something, like a theme or a moral. And there's maybe like the slightest attempt at that or a gesture that's something to do with family.
It's not even
even
like the first one. The first one was
half-formed.
like we're brothers and we could see everything through together, and like they're like willing to do like have a speech about that or whatever. And this movie's kind of like I don't know. Mario wants to have a girlfriend, and maybe Luigi's still scared. Who knows?
Okay.
All right.
So I mean, none of this sounds surprising to me. This is about what I would have expected from this.
I mean,
I don't
right?
think
Exactly.
you're going to go in and be
Exactly what you're
shocked.
expecting.
Like,
Yes.
oh, that was
Right,
not what I
right.
was expecting. I definitely maybe have the opinion that it's not worth all the hullabaloo that some people are getting
Yeah,
into
right,
here.
right.
You know, the fall of cinema, or that was the greatest thing ever.
We just know what it is.
Right.
Like we
Like,
know
what
what it
it-
is. Maybe they don't. Yeah.
I mean, what was the first Mario movie? Was that 91? I was
90
fucking.
Or the
91.
live action
Oh,
ones.
oh.
93?
The Bobby
93?
Haas.
It might be
I'll say
91.
It could be 91.
Well, I was either 7 or 9 years old, and I left, and I told my dad it was the best movie I ever saw. So that was a
Yeah.
fun time for me. So I
93.
can't be mad
That's
about like
93,
kids liking a movie that's not the deepest, best movie in the world. Like that's just you're a
Right.
kid. Whatever.
But like, it's funny because I was thinking about that, and I'm like, that's the movie you get when you try to actually make a real movie based on Mario,
Yeah.
right? Like those are the concessions you have to make it maybe make sense in a screenwriter's world. Whereas this movie is like, what if we just don't really worry too much about why all this is happening or how it makes any sense, or we just can't introduce Fox McCloud in our movie. Yeah, we can.
And like I will say, like, if I am looking at it, if I step back a little bit, the original Super Mario Brothers movie from 1993, I think is way more important than these movies. And
Sure.
it's cool that like people had to figure out answers to those questions that no one at Nintendo ever asked themselves. And they had like set producers come up with ideas of like how to bring these things to life. It's awesome that happened and makes that more timeless in the long run than these movies ever will be. I wish we could live in a world where we got both frequently. I'm glad we got one at one point, and I'm glad we're getting these as well because the kids are enjoying them. And then I hope that one day I could show them the weird Mario movie, and they're like, yeah, just like objectively, this feels like it's cooler because there's so many interesting ideas actually in the movie.
Yeah, I don't understand getting mad about this. Like, as a Mario fan, like,
Yeah.
I'm not particularly interested in seeing the movie, but like, if it's a thing that makes kids into Mario in 2026, and then maybe they check out the games and stuff, that just seems like a positive to me.
I think there's just like people are conflating a lot of the arguments.
Yeah.
People do hear like, oh, it's a kids movie. What do you expect? And that's not. I don't think any of us are saying that.
No.
I'm just saying it's a kids movie. You should occasionally expect this, in that
Yeah.
it like they will make bad stuff for kids, just like they've made bad stuff for adults. This is not indicating that people think kids can only like bad stuff. Obviously, we just know that's not true anymore after years of Pixar, years of excellent Disney movies.
Yeah.
And
They could do
Miyazaki,
better.
all this other stuff. They could do
They
better.
could,
Totally.
they could do better, and
Yep.
I don't know if it's because of like they just don't have it, or it's just like a dedication of like this
It's
is
not-
the kind of slop we want to.
Yeah, it's not important to them. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I do think Miyamoto. My pet theory is Miyamoto's there showing up being like, oh, these characters should always get along, and we don't
He's
need
like the
all
Gene
this.
Roddenberry of the Star Trek Next Generation era for the Mario movie. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I think he's kind of spoiling any chance for them to like take a cinematic reign to it or whatever. I think he's kind of getting in the way, but
Right.
who knows? I have no idea.
It's I think it's going to be interesting with that Zelda movie because, and like this is going to sound condescending, but they're going to have to make a real movie with that. You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's
not
no
gonna-
way that movie's going to be good. There's just no.
I don't know.
I mean, I think it's safe to assume it won't be, and if it surprises us, it's great. Yeah, absolutely.
I think I'm ready to be pleasantly surprised by that.
I want to believe.
yeah.
Yes.
They're shooting where they shot The Hobbit. Their little footsteps are going to fit in the other little footsteps, guys.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh,
is
yeah.
Link a little lame dude? No, he's got a sword.
He's literally in a forest
He has
of
a sword
children.
and a hook shot and abilities.
Have you
Hobbits
seen-
all have swords?
Have you seen
Yeah.
Bilbo Baggins? That
Have you
motherfucker
seen
is
his-
strapped.
He's got the coolest sword too.
The
It
Hobbits
like
have
glows
swords?
blue.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh wait, I haven't seen The Hobbit. Well, but the guys in
Yeah,
the
the
first
Hobbits
trilogy
and the
are
Lord of the
hobbits.
Rings have swords too. They all have swords.
I forgot that. I forgot that.
Swords all the way
I thought
down.
They just walked in grass and talked for 9 hours.
Well, they do
That's
a lot
right.
of that.
They
too.
also do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's be clear.
All right, gang. Well, before we talk about video games, Jeff Grubb, how can the folks at home support us here at giantbomb.com?
Yes,
Yeah,
tell them about
we're-
Dan's Oats code.
No,
yes, you can
fucking
go here
don't.
to oatsovernight.giantbomb.
No,
Um,
drained my account.
Listen, here's what I want y'all to do is go to giantbomb.com/join and become a premium member because we're independent games media and we need your support to continue doing the things that you like, that we like. creating a home away from all the insanity on the internet elsewhere. We got cool stuff happening over here, and you can ensure its future by going to giantbomb.com/join, becoming that premium member. It's going to get you ad-free versions of the shows. It's going to get you all of our cool new premium shows, Marry Me Tomodachi, Portal Pals, 9 Lives of Mr. Mistopheles. I just did a Grub Snacks premium that I put up yesterday, a little bit late, but it's up there now. Yeah, get all that stuff and more, and get the satisfaction of knowing you support us. And of course, if you can't financially, we get it. Tell a friend, share our stuff, and just show up in the chats and stuff like that. Show up in the comments, and we see that, and it means the world to us. Thank you
if
so
you
much.
have a friend that you think would like any of our offerings, whether it be a quick look, any of our podcasts, perhaps give them a share. You see us on the social medias, you like a fun clip that we'll cut together, give it a share. Why not?
We got the poll up right now for a premium unlock.
Yes.
If you look on Blue Sky and YouTube, we've got a vote going up from Chuck to unlock a premium episode. So vote on what you'd like to see there.
And speaking about supporting us being able to do dumb, silly stuff, we had a very extensive meeting yesterday to make sure that we make good on a goal that we hit during the Bombathon.
I'm so excited. Actually, I'm getting really excited about it.
I'm making maps. I'm making spreadsheets. I'm reaching out. I'm talking to breweries. We're good to go. Tell 'em, Jan.
I'm very stressed out, but we're gonna make it happen. I don't want to announce any specific dates, but the wheels are turning for.
Oh, they'll be turning.
They're turning.
I get it.
The wheels are rolling, rolling. Not on the river, but on the highways.
Hopefully not on the river. Let's try to steer clear of that.
Please.
Yeah.
I don't know how to swim, guys. Because the Great Giant Bomb road trip is happening. It's probably 99% sure happening this summer.
Dates, plans. Jan's gonna see the Midwest.
Oh, we got plans.
I'm gonna go.
We got Jans.
I like. There's an over/under for how many times I'm going to say I'm going to turn this van around if these guys don't settle down. I'm going to go
We're
to
gonna
full
take
dad
Jan to a
mode.
meat raffle. It's gonna be awesome.
And then Chuck being Chuck added an interesting layer at the beginning of the road trip. That maybe it's going to be a little bit of a different trip for Dan, Chuck, and I before we hit the road.
That one night, the first night. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. Okay,
yeah.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
And you could redo the whole planes, trains, and automobiles things, Jan, between all the stuff you're doing this summer.
Oh, geez.
We're not allowed to stay at Backlar's house, so we're gonna rough it.
Yeah.
Jan and Chuck.
That's right. We'll just say it now.
You
Dan,
can sleep in their backyard.
we could.
Set up a tent.
Dan, Chuck, and I think we convinced Will, even though Will
Yeah.
lives in Jersey.
Yeah, Will could just sleep in his bed that night, but he's a trooper.
We're gonna go camping for the first night. And
Hell yes.
and then
Mike, are you worried that something's going to go wrong on the camping night and it's just going to derail the whole trip? Because I definitely
That'd
have
be
that
great.
concern.
all right.
You're all about to see how much I sleep on road trips because I'm taking Dramamine the whole time.
I'm actually very excited about that. That will roll.
Wait, is he just gonna? You've talked about driving to Disney with you just lay in the back sleeping with your CPAP. Is that what we're dealing with on the road trip?
Probably.
Okay.
Oh, I love that.
I
Hell yeah.
won't fuck with you.
You can't say it like that.
I'm gonna fart in your CPAP.
I'm not actually getting on the CPAP. You whole fuckers can hear me snore. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Sweet.
God, Dan is gonna put vodka in your CPAP reservoir.
Man, what would
Would
happen?
that work?
No, no.
It's like,
Hey,
fine
you know
work.
what? You know what? Jackass was an inspiration to us all. Steve-O was reckless by injecting himself with the IV of vodka. We have grown. We're smarter. We're wiser. So we'll
We're
just put
gonna huff
vodka
it.
in a CPAP.
Yes.
We'll just inhale it, not inject it. Yes.
All right, yeah, maybe we don't do that.
I'm so concerned.
God, I saw
The
someone.
things I'm hearing, and we had like a 2-hour meeting. I'm just over here and everything's like, oh no, oh no, oh no. I was gonna say it. It was floating around. You're like, we probably aren't gonna do this. But like, what if we just crashed at fans' houses? And I'm like, no.
Look, indie wrestlers have been doing this for fucking decades. Sleep on a floor.
All right. Before we get to video games, gang, just a couple quick programming reminders. for those premium folks out there, we're going to have a new episode of 9 Lives of Mr. Mustafa Fleas happening after the Bombcast. Grubb, I saw the clip that is of today's episode. I can't believe that's the episode that the folks are on. So much has happened for you, myself, and Chuck.
Right. I was looking at that too. I had the same thought. It's like, okay, the fact that they're just getting to this joke that I do remember, but that feels like forever ago. So yes, there's plenty of adventures of Mr. Mistopheles yet to come.
Yes. Tomorrow, the blight continues. Dan, how are you feeling about re-embarking on Space Ace? It's only 40 minutes left.
I've heard it's only 40 minutes away. Yeah. I don't want to take breaks with this. Memory is my biggest adversary with this run, because you do have to remember very specifically where to jump, where to stand with all the auto scrolling and all that. I think it'll come back to me, but I think every level will have at least one or two, like, oh, fuck, right, that. Okay, wait, do I stand left here?
There's going to be a quick relearning process for every level, I think. But yeah, I think it'll click into place much faster each time, even after this extended break.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I want to say looking forward. I'm looking forward to conquering this game and
getting it done.
So every step towards that is a plus for me. So yes, I will do that.
But before that, tomorrow, before Blight Club leaves the space station, gang, Turbo Sean and I have dusted off the gym. We've put our own wallpaper up across the gym floors as well, the ceilings. We've done so much to the bathroom because Pokemon Monday Night Combat relaunches tomorrow, gang. Sean and I are going to check out Pokemon Champions because tomorrow's day 1. So we're going to just, see what shenanigans Sean Janigans we can get up to.
Yeah, there they are.
Oh, it's a launch look?
Well, no.
Don't give it to me, Dan. Yes, during the content meeting, you were like, oh, and then maybe for when that game comes out, we could do a launch look. And then you caught yourself like, or whatever it's called.
I mean, it's the placeholder. I'll use the placeholder vernacular. Yeah, that's fine.
Folks,
he's right, though. You did realize what you did. You were like, quickly,
hey, listen, you start Mitch check and we're all good.
I'm all for Mitch check. I love it.
Yeah, that's another Bombathon incentive, was the Pokemon Monday Night Combat.
Yes.
And there's another one maybe in the works with Mike and Grubb coming up in the near future. But just to reassure everyone, hit all those incentives in October. This is extremely important to all of us. We are going to make good on every single one of those, and they are all very in the works. So stay tuned. A lot of fun stuff coming up on that front.
Yes. Pokemon Monday Night Combat is going to be on Wednesday tomorrow. Sean and I are going to assess the schedule and nail down a definitive day to put that on. It's Pokemon Day Night Combat, so it doesn't have to be on a Monday.
It can be any day, yeah.
That's the type of loosey-goosiness that can happen here at Giant Bomb. Gang, unfortunately, the hottest gaming and the hottest dating show is going to have to be postponed due to scheduling stuff going on. So we will be having a Discord town hall for all of our premium members out there. If you're a premium member, hop into the Discord. You got cues, you got questions, holler at your boys. You can ask virtually any and everything, and please be ready to talk on a microphone. And then we got UPF as usual, but also, gang, this Saturday, the community is embarking on their own endurance run. That's right. We're going to be hosting it on the website, giantbomb.com/endurance. Schedule TBA. Gang, I'm ready to talk about video games if you are.
Always.
Let's do it.
Speaking, I'm already donning the yellow beanie, and I'm kind of leaning into the toxicity because last UPF, our dear friend Samantha Coleman showed up, hung out with us, and showed off her new game that is still in the early days, but we checked it out. We checked out Versus Hyper-Kinetic Aerial Joust. And gang, it's still early stages, of everything, but I kind of felt myself liking it too much.
Oh, we could tell because you were being a menace to everyone with your.
Yes. Evil Jan is not a thing that just unleashes randomly. Absolutely got unleashed on everyone on that stream by you, and it was scary to see.
For folks that don't know or haven't seen UPF yet, Versus Hyper-Kinetic Aerial Joust, kind of a Wipeout looking game, but not a racing game per se. It is a jousting style game. The mode we checked out, it was 2v2, two ships going against each other in opposite directions circling around an infinite loop, and you would just have to unleash a blade, and that blade would take out your opponent. And the neat thing that I think should be in more games, whatever genre, even if it's a puzzle game, just give me slowdown. Give me that witch time, that bullet time happening.
The Tekken thing.
Yeah, everyone has their association with mine's Burnout Revenge. Like, I mean, I'm sure you guys have that same association, but yeah, of course.
Yeah. But very fun time. I suggest you go check out the UPF. And I think if you join the free Patreon, you'll get access to it. That is versus Hyper-Kinetic Aerial Joust. Speaking about jousting. Speaking about that UPF, sorry, my brain is melting actively. I feel it leaking out of my ears. Dan Reichert, on that same UPF, you showed us a fun little word game, Glyphica.
Oh, I'm a sucker for any game where typing is your weapon. As much as I don't keyboard and mouse for anything, I get real hyped up for a game where you're just typing as the only method of input. Typing the Dead and a few others have done it. This one is Typing Roguelite Survival, I believe is how they pitched it. And it's great when you just see like 3 words describing a game and you're like, I'm in, that sounds like my shit. I'm going to try it. And then it's exactly what you wanted and more. I think it's technically early access. But yeah, you're just like a dot at the center of the screen. Like, look it up. It's very minimalistic, almost like Sound Shapes-esque art style. And enemies are coming in from all angles. Like, imagine like a Vampire Survivors, but you're not moving. And they have a word above them, and you type it to shoot projectiles at them and kill them. Some have shields, some shoot their own projectiles that have words that you have to like type to counteract. And you are leveling up. You are getting turrets. You are getting like Tesla mines. You're getting giant spinning saw blades that chop up the enemies and words and things like that. Elemental damage. Some really clever boss fights and everything. So yeah, it's just one of those games where it's just your fingers never leave the keyboard. Even like when you're leveling up and stuff, you choose, which upgrade you're doing by typing the word at the bottom. And yeah, you're just, there's no way to not pay constant attention and be like super locked in all the time with this game. You have to be. And every time I'm done, it's just like, you feel like chemicals in your brain were just going insane for however long you were playing it. And it's got an endless mode. So if you're really good at typing, that's probably a real fun leaderboard situation there. It tracks like your words per minute over time and stuff like that.
Cool.
So if anything I'm saying sounds appealing to you at all, check out Glyphica. It's fun.
Yeah, I did play some of it, and I was immediately was like, yep, I get it. I like this so much, and I want to like just sit down and really spend a long time with it, because I'm like, I can play it for 10 minutes here. Those trials, they go on for how long would you say?
Each trial, there's a like actual timer at the top. I want to say it feels like maybe 5 minutes each. It could be more. Yeah, it's 35 each, and then a boss fight at the end. And yeah, like fun stuff where it's like, okay, there's 2 floating enemies here for a boss, and it's like, I think that one's called Gemini, and the gimmick with them is every once in a while they will heal each other to the maximum of the healthiest one. So that way, it like, you don't just want to like go after one and take them down, because then it's going to heal to the max.
Wow,
of that one.
That sounds
so
like a World of Warcraft
boom,
raid
boom.
boss. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's what I was thinking. And so yeah, you got to bounce back and forth quite a bit. And there's a Cerberus where it's like 3 different heads you got to attack. There's one that scrambles the letters of all the words in its radius.
That was nasty.
It's got clever stuff. Yeah, it's really good.
And
I'm gonna play a lot more of it.
Zoning feels like an important thing as well, because you're not only targeting enemies, you're triggering off like these different abilities, like this like missile Hammer of Dawn kind of thing.
There was like a meteor shower one.
Yeah,
I got an upgrade there where it's like, okay, if on the left side of the screen there's a place where if I type this word, I'm going to trigger a meteor shower, and that's got a huge radius. It's like, well, I know that area of the screen is pretty taken care of while the meteors are coming down, so I can focus over here on the right side of the screen. Yeah, really clever stuff like that.
Lovely. Fantastic. Something that Mike Minotti and I checked out. Quick look with the director and a very dear special friend is now on the website. We checked out People of Note. Dan, I'm going to say this now. This is the most un-you game in the world.
That's what I've heard.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
For folks that don't know, this is it's a JRPG. It's a turn-based RPG, but it is all about musicals. They have like the Clair Obscur, the Paper Mario style of like timing-based combat, where even if you're doing your basic attack, you have to like sync it up to like the little rhythm-based pip, and you do more damage, less damage depending on the timing nature of it. Your abilities are also tied to that. And do need to say this off the tippy top. We have a dear special friend that is a prominent character in the game. But that being said, I'm actually having a lot of fun in this. I'm like maybe I'm like I've finished the first full complete world that they dump you in after the initial tutorial area, and I'm having a good time with it. The RPG nature of it, I think, is really well done, where you can wind up finding specific abilities that already feel kind of broken, even in like the early world of it, where it's like, okay, I can see these synergies popping off now. And in the same way where Claire Obscure in mid to late game, the like timing of it would kind of feel very complicated to pull off every time. It already feels that way in a good way in the early stages of People of Note. And because it's all rhythm based, it for some reason in my head is clicking a little bit easier to hit onto the beat versus Claire Obscure, where just watching the little pips to shrink down. The other bit that I think might go underappreciated in People of Note is I really do like the puzzles. And we talked to the director, and the director straight up said, like, hey, if you don't want to encounter any of the battles or the puzzles, you can completely turn them off if you just want to go through and try and encounter the story. That being said, I have enjoyed the puzzles, and the puzzles are ranging from like stage world puzzles to light platforming, tile-based ones. And for the theater kids out there, this is our game, everybody. This is finally the Venn diagram of JRPGs and musicals has just become one again. We haven't felt this represented since Final Fantasy X-2. And the music, at least the first two songs that you come across in the game, fantastic title card reveal, by the way. I think it popped Mike really hard.
Yes, I love a late title drop for sure. You talk about the musical nature of it, and watching you play it for a while, it's like, oh, because you're in this world, and it's like you're at a club, and maybe there's techno or K-pop, blah blah. But then there was a part where there was basically just a cutscene. And it got very Broadway musical there for a bit. I'm like, that's what I want. Yeah. Give me this kind of, one day more Les Mis style. Everybody's going to say their piece in musical form about where they are in the story at the moment. That's the good stuff.
Yeah. Kayla out there, I think you would really, really like this game because it has the capacity to be a very tough JRPG because you could just crank up the difficulty, and there's musical numbers in this.
She's just a half-sister, in case anyone's wondering.
The musical side, though, is where it comes from. Both of you guys share that, of course.
Yes,
Yeah. Hi, Kayla.
Jan, so you're obviously, I think the vibes are working for you. Mm-hmm. Like the sort of what it's going for in terms of presentation. You are saying that you're having fun playing it, though, right? Not that you can like pull those two things apart. Obviously, one leads to the other, but you're like, it's just a fun game to play on top of that.
Yeah, it's a fun game to play, and I've talked on this podcast where I've been searching for like an RPG to play, and the answers and suggestions that people have given me are like upwards to like 30 to 50 hour journeys where I don't quite want to invest that much time. I kind of want to like turn my brain off and engage in turn-based combat in a way that can be satisfying, but also if I do need to turn my brain off, I can just kind of sink into that autopilot mode. And because it is the like timing-based combat, and it is only timing-based combat in the offensive side, there's no defense portion of it at all where you're dodging or anything. That is enough to kind of like keep me engaged. And if I am just like tuning out of the game, it'll lock me back in when they drop a new musical number. And also the director here, I think him and I are cut from very similar cloths because all of the puns in the game just make me giggle and go, that was stupid. And then if I were to drop similar puns, I know I would get boos in the chat. Parentheses positive.
Sure. Yeah, that's what you're going for when you're dropping a pun, though. Let's be clear.
Yeah,
then last thing, in terms of musical stylings, is it a variety? Is there like, they're obviously inspired by Sondheim or something like that? Like, is it obvious?
The first two numbers in particular feel very Greatest Showman-esque
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So very like bombastic, loud, not gang vocals because that's in like different genres of music, but layered melodies on top of each other. I'm a sucker.
You popped Kayla with that.
I am a sucker when characters will start. It's not just a duet, but it's multiple characters singing their own songs on top of each other. Mike
the one day more effect. The one day more effect.
Exactly. We initially met the villain of, the main villain of the game in a smaller cutscene, and then when he popped off into his solo, Mike lost his shit because I think he kind of sounded like the evil priest from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, it was definitely, reminded me of Frollo a ton. Yes. I like the villain a lot. I was like, oh, that guy, he's a cool guy. I mean, he's probably not a cool guy. He's probably like terrible.
He probably thinks being horny is evil and a sin, like the
right, which we all know is correct.
Of course, it's just true. It's Disney,
right. But I was like, the villain was good. He kind of reminded me of JP from Street Fighter V, but better.
Interesting.
Incredible.
Street Fighter 6.
6, yeah.
Yeah, the old guy with the cane.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Although that guy reminds me of the people from Clair Obscur, so yeah, maybe Circular.
Yeah, he has a little Renault.
Oh yeah, Renoir.
Renoir, yeah.
Renoir. Wow.
The French will love it when you say that. When you do
that.
Yeah.
Wow, isn't it?
Right.
That triangle.
There we go. Thank you. I didn't quite know what you were doing at first.
That's right. From Gail Perry.
Triangle Moto. Something. I don't know what their death is.
Oh boy. But from
by the way, I told the English story at a friend's birthday at a pub, and when I got to the punchline, I got excited and screamed English probably too loud in the bar.
Amazing.
Oh no.
Representing us well, Mike. But to answer Mikey's continue Mikey's thought about diversified music genres, it drops you into like a small town that has Japanese and K-pop influences, and then the next world is kind of like a dad butt rock type of world. So it feels like they are kind of hopping and bopping around to different genres of music. In terms of the music numbers, I think they are going to be pretty diversified as well. Tune in for the quick look, also so you can hear Mikey belt One Day More, and a little bit of memories. It was very moving. Geez.
And it is out now, the Quick Look EX, right? Did you guys put that up?
The Quick Look EX is out now, and so is the game. It's out on everything, right. So if anything we've said entices you at all, and also if you're a theater nerd, this one's for us, gang. Finally, we have a musical video game. There have been multiple musical video games since then, of course, but this one specifically.
Like Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie Boogie's Revenge, or whatever on the PlayStation 2.
Guitar Man.
Yes,
on the PlayStation 2.
Guitar Man. I didn't want to say this because we had the director of the game there with us, but there are going to be some thirsty ass motherfuckers because of this game, because some of the character designs, not just of the main protagonist, but of all the other people, if people got a little bit too weird fawning over, let's say, K-pop Demon Hunter characters, they're going to do the same exact thing over here. Anyway, but that is that is the confusion of life. That is the paradox. It is okay to be attracted to a video game character or an animated character. That is the paradox, just like Darwin's paradox has been happening and Jeff Grubb has been exploring.
I have been playing Darwin's paradox. I'm trying to know if I know the answer to your question of whether or not I'm attracted to this octopus. Yeah, sure, he's a handsome octopus. I like this game. It is from Konami publishing it, and then it's a developer that they're working on. It's kind of one of those things they did with were they the ones that did Deliver at All Costs? Konami published that?
Published it, yeah.
Yes, right. So similar thing here, where the Konami spotted a game they liked, they took it under their wing, and they published it as a Konami game. And that was part of what I was interested in. I was also I liked the look of it. It kind of had an Abe's Odyssey style to it, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And playing it, I would say, yeah, that's kind of what they're going for here in terms of not necessarily how it feels, but the way it presents itself, where you are solving platforming puzzles as this character that can go around and grab things and move things in the environment. And there's some physics on top of that to make the puzzles feel weighty. It's not going to be, it's not Mario Brothers. I want to try to like give an example of like what to expect from it. Like one of the early puzzle sections that kind of went on for a bit longer than I was expecting, to the point where I was like, oh, this is just what the game is going to be. It's going to be these sections like this. It's almost a stealth section. You get dropped back into the water after exploring the land a little bit, and there's like a sewer system you get into, and the sewer system has a bunch of rats, and the rats are chasing you. And if the rats touch you, you're basically dead. So you have to avoid them, and you can get in the light a little bit, but very quickly it's like, oh no, you need to jump into this chemical glowing waste, cover yourself in it, and then the rats won't mess with you while you're covered in it. And so you have to like run from one section to the next in this in the sewer system before the glowy stuff washes off of the octopus. So you're just trying to like get from one point to the next, and then occasionally you'll get to a point where it's like, oh, there's a barrel in the way. I need to figure out how to get it out of the way before this stuff runs off. So you're kind of solving puzzles under a little bit of a time crunch. And that seems to be the loop of the game, where you're doing stuff like that through a section. Then once it's over, you kind of get the next gimmick and you're doing that. And I thought it was pretty well designed overall. It's not going to blow anyone away. And I definitely like playing it more than I liked playing Abe's Odyssey and all those games, but it has that spirit there as well. So if you're looking for something along those lines, a little bit of a thinking platformer, it should have that.
They definitely have the 2000s Jimmy Neutron Nickelodeon eyes going on with the whole look of the game as well.
And that presentation works as well, where they do get a little bit cinematic with the in-betweeners, where you're going from one level to the next. And it's like, okay, we're going to show off kind of what to expect from this new land. And they'll zoom in close to the character, and the character animates well and looks really expressive, and the world looks really nice. And then it runs great on the Steam Deck, because then you're just kind of controlling the 2D plane of a 3D game. So yeah, I think it's neat. It's definitely worth trying if you have some like interest in what I described. And then I think it might be on one of those platforms. It might be on like PlayStation Plus or something like that, I think.
Grubb, where do you land on like stealth sections in a 2D game?
I mean, there's some games that like when they build themselves around that concept of being a 2D stealth game, like Mark of the Ninja. That's one of my favorite games. I love Mark of the Ninja. And then other games where it's like they'll introduce that. I think anytime I can hide in a doorway in the background of a 2D level, where it's like, oh, here's a closet, and you can sort of like curl around the closet, hide in the shadow, and the character walks past you. I like that. That feels cool. Anything more than that, it's usually probably a bit much. For
you wind up playing that Terminator 2D No Fate game?
I did, yes.
There's that one sequence where the T-1000 is chasing you, and it's exactly what you described, like Sarah Connor. You like duck into the closet. Cool. Yeah.
I think there was a part where at the end of the game where they did something like that, and it was like a little bit more challenging. It was like, okay, this is a little cheap now, but up until that point, I was enjoying that. I beat that game. That game was pretty good.
Yeah, there was. I checked out Darwin's Paradox during a preview during GDC, and the stealth segments kind of bugged me, but maybe I just don't wind up liking them when they're in a 2D plane versus 3D. Anyway, moving along, going from the sea to the space. Mike Minotti, you've checked out Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Yeah, just over this holiday weekend, my girlfriend was visiting. I was like, all right, I actually rarely play games on my couch in the living room on like an Xbox or PlayStation anymore. What's something we could play pretty quickly here and have some fun? And just going through Game Pass, I saw Marvel Cosmic Invasion. This is that beat 'em up from Tribute Games, the people who did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. This came out last year. Like, I played the demo of it, and then I was like, yeah, once that comes out, I'll get around to it. And I never did. This was a good opportunity just to go play through the whole thing with my girlfriend for an evening. It was a really fun way to spend that evening, right? Just really good pixel art, very just nice visuals all around, very punchy combat, beat 'em up stuff felt good. I like the tag system, so you're picking two characters, so you're kind of swapping between it. You can like call one in the middle of a combo, or swap in the middle of a combo to extend it. And like each character has a different thing too, so they're not just palette swaps or like especially in these old beat 'em ups, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're all basically the same, a little bit different. Maybe like the old X-Men arcade game, like everybody has like the one power, but otherwise very similar. Here, it's like okay. Captain America can throw the shield. He has like a kind of uppercut anti-air thing. Whereas an Iron Man can just straight up fly. He can shoot the repulsor blast, but they have to recharge over time. So stuff like that is cool.
I like how the levels encourage you to swap up the characters as well by having like the canonical characters for the level.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, so I wasn't going to use this character, but now this level's expecting me to do that, so I'll swap over to them, and then you can get a bonus, I think, if you do certain things in the stage with them. Yeah.
I mean, they do that, but they also like your characters level up, and so they get like perks for when you play with them. So there's a bit of like, well, now this character's stronger. I feel like I should just keep playing as them. So I felt a little de-incentivized to swap characters, I guess, which was maybe a little bit of a bummer to me. So I did just kind of stay with Captain America and Iron Man the whole time, even though you straight up like are unlocking characters like Venom or the Silver Surfer while you're playing the game. So I guess like I understand you want to have that progression system. But part of me's like, maybe didn't. And I bet if I had just swapped anyways, I would have been fine. I wouldn't have noticed. Yeah. But in my mind, I was like, but this character has a plus bonus health, and it says I have a new passive skill. I don't know what that passive skill is, but I have it, and I want to use it.
I think like what got me over the hump is like, if I do these certain challenges with these characters, I'll get extra upgrades and stuff like that. So it's like I might as well try to maximize it. And then I did get to a point playing by myself where there was a couple levels that I had to do a couple of times to be able to beat them. Yeah. And I was like, okay, so I'm leveling up these characters now, and they'll be ready for the rest of the game. And I'll go over to these characters and kind of do the same thing with them.
I do really enjoy this game for the sheer fact that they have Cosmic Ghost Rider in it.
Sure.
Yeah, it's really, he looks great.
And they do some good pools with the characters. Not always the most obvious thing. Like it's Beta Ray Bill instead of Thor, right? Yeah. There's even some there was a lady showed up with a sword, and I was just like, is that Magic or whatever? Who I only know about recently because of Marvel Rivals and Tokon, and that was some other person that I don't even know. I'm like, okay. I will say it's kind of hard for me to feel much, I guess, just to feel much with Marvel stuff anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I just feel so kind of like overwhelmed by it and just desensitized to it. And I'm having that little bit of Tokon where it's like, I don't know who they could show in Tokon where I'd be like, oh, yeah, I guess it would be Cyclops for you, Jan. That would be it. That would be the biggest pop for me at this point. Otherwise, I just don't know how much I would care. The game has some of the problems that a lot of these games have, where it's like, I've been fighting the same kind of enemies for a long time here. Haven't I? Some of that just comes with the genre. I will say it's interesting. I did like this game. Uh-huh. It's funny how, I thought this would be the big beat 'em up last year, and then it was actually Absalom, which I think is even from the same publisher. In fact, I remember at Summer Game Fest at their booth, they had Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Then they had Absalom there, and I was like, oh, what's that? Oh, it looks like a Golden Axe. That's neat. Anywho, that ended up kind of being the more impactful game.
We should do a tier list of the modern beat 'em ups. We can like pick one game, be like, this is when they started, and
sure. Is like Castle Crashers the beginning of that?
Oh, maybe Castle Crashers is the beginning.
Yeah, maybe, but that was almost like a separate, smaller revival with that Scott Pilgrim game back then. It feels like we're in something newer that started around Streets of Rage 4, maybe River City Girls 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, because it feels like they started leaning into a little bit more depth in the combat, at least.
Depth in the combat, depth in the replayability. Yes, absolutely. I mean, Streets of Rage 4's roguelite mode is fantastic. Like, it's like, this is the key idea of what to do here, and then obviously Absalom took that and ran with it.
I'm a big Scott Pilgrim mark. I still, even though the game came out maybe a month or so ago, I still want to do a quick look for it because that game is doing some interesting things. Specifically, if you were tuned into the whole story of Scott Pilgrim, there was that Netflix show that came out that kind of twisted the story around, which was a fun, neat look at the universe. The game does a very similar thing that I want more folks to see. Also, give us more Anamanaguchi music. And that's not normally my Jimmy Jam, but tracks were hot. Okay.
I do want to check out that Scott Pilgrim game still, because that's also tribute games. So they've been doing a lot, and please give them The Simpsons after all this. I need a new Simpsons beat 'em up. Please.
It has to happen eventually.
Right.
Drake's a coward. He won't do it.
Yeah, come on, Drake. I'll get you a Diet Coke or whatever you want.
Speaking about games with multiple characters in them, Mike Minotti, you have continued your adventures through Resident Evil 0.
I beat it, Jan. I beat Resident Evil 0. I did it. which feels good. It always seems like a controversial game, and I'm like ready to be a Resident Evil 0 defender now.
Oh.
I'm like, oh come on, everyone
sweet.
complains about but then when I ranked it in the series, I'm like, it goes on the bottom.
Like, fully on the bottom of the
like
numbered
granted, I
series?
haven't played like 6, right? So like it's in like that tier with Resident Evil 3 remake, Resident Evil 5 for me. Which are games I like. I like those
Five's
games.
above those.
Oh, 5 has issues. 5's really fun, but it has certain issues.
Of course, yes, of course.
Kind of like this game where I think it was fun. It looks great because it just looks like Resident Evil 1 remake. It's some of the stuff that I was worried about that people complain about a lot, like the way the inventory works. You don't have the item boxes. You just drop items on the ground. You have to deal with it. I'm like, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, it's, inventory management. It's slightly less convenient than it is in some of the other games, but you have 2 characters between them. You can kind of figure that inventory out. It's okay. You'll get there.
I got a question from the chat, Mike. I think meant for you from Team Kayla.
Oh, is Resident Evil 0 worse than 2 remake? I don't believe it. Yes, I think even Kayla. Well, I don't know because this game wasn't very scary, and that often seems to be your issue with what makes it the worst Resident Evil.
The bad ones
game.
are the scary ones, yeah.
Right.
So,
like there were some scary moments in the beginning, but most Resident Evil games kind of mellow out on that as time goes by. Some of the other things I heard about, like, oh, the enemies are sort of annoying and they're very bullet spongy. That was true. But I liked having the 2 characters and solving some of the puzzles with them. The puzzles in general, I relatively enjoyed. I liked both characters. Bad Boy Billy with his tribal arm tattoos and Rebecca Chambers. It was a good crew. It struggles just with that comparison to Resident Evil 1 remake. Because the environments, you start off on that train, and that's all I knew about this game. In my mind, this game may have taken place entirely on a train.
That's what I
assume
thought.
that as well. And to be clear, that's what I want from this game. I want this game to be on a train and have pre-rendered backgrounds like Resident Evil Remake on the GameCube and look awesome. That's what I want, Mike. So
you're on the train for like 2 hours in the beginning.
Okay, I'll take that.
It's the best part of the game, and I get why it's maybe hard to keep that up for long because it's a train. Right? You just gotta, you got up the train, you got down the train. There's maybe 2 levels, and then you could go up on the top of the train. Part of me wishes they could have extended that a little bit, because then the next areas, you're basically in Spencer Mansion Light. It's like the Umbrella Research area, and it's okay. And then you're in some cathedral, and then you're in another underground research facility, something.
Of course,
right?
It's Resident Evil, we know, yeah.
Right. So it's if they could have kept that train with that sort of elegant Oriental Express look, that was very striking. And then after that, the game kind of loses on having its own visual identity. Even though the pre-rendered backgrounds still look amazing. All right, still incredibly attractive game. But yeah, it loses a little something. So good time. I'm really glad that I played it. I'd be very curious to see what they do with it with a remake. And I hope when they remake it, they don't just turn it into Resident Evil 2 remake. I hope they find a way to make the whole you're controlling 2 characters thing work and maybe be a little bit less cumbersome. Maybe even make it a co-op game. Hey, at some point, you got to remake Resident Evil 5 in this, so maybe work on those co-op mechanics for both of them. That'd be a good time.
That'd be smart, yeah.
I really do like the idea of us doing a baton pass with the different campaigns for RE6 because
you can't just say these things, Jan. Then what you have to do at some point. Then
because I'm like Mike. 6 is something I never checked out because of the gigantic vomiting on it from Games Media.
Other people from the team in chat, elsewhere, Discord, are they're just beginning to panic. I see Will say no, just no. All right. So maybe, I think you're right, Dan. We have to do it.
I mean, Kayla and I had the intention of going through it because we had a fun time playing 5 co-op, and then we did one of the 4 campaigns, and both me and Kayla were like, oh, this is not... We can't keep going with this. This is awful. It's so fucking bad.
I need to see it for myself. Because I can put it below Resident Evil 0, and then I can be like, Resident Evil 0 is good. People are too mean to it. It's not the worst Resident Evil game.
Yeah, you need that. You need to be able to say that part. That's crucial. So yeah.
Right.
God, how would we figure out who does what campaign? That'd be a fun little exercise.
roll a dice or
roll dice or maybe a community vote. Maybe they'll know which one's the worst and they could punish us.
I think when
Most
it came
simple of
out,
us.
I did whichever one was in a graveyard. I think that's the Chris one. And then there's one that starts with like a political thing with like the president turning into a zombie. I think that's that's Leon, I think. So I think I've actually done 2 of the 4 campaigns. Once when it came out, and once with Kayla. I would have to take the other one then.
Okay.
I will eventually play through all of the 6 campaigns over the course of like 15 years.
I would want to do one with Mike where I secretly install mods so he has to play as John Halo.
Oh God! It's like your character is 10% smaller. Ha ha ha! The game broke. Oh, we have to restart.
You are going to have so much egg on your face when you see this horse and you fall in love with how little he is.
Oh, he's stuck in geometry. I can't believe it.
Mike, it's going to remind you of one of the best parts of Parks and Rec, Little Sebastian. All right.
Yeah,
I love Little Sebastian, but that's a real horse. Nobody modded that horse. I guess maybe evolution.
Yeah, but, no, humans definitely did. Yeah,
genetics totally modded that
breeding.
Horse.
Yeah.
God, that's a good name for an episode. Modded that horse. Writing that down. Mike Minotti, to cap off the video game talk, you have checked out on the Switch 2 Virtua Fighter 5 R.E.V.O. World Stage for Nintendo Switch 2.
We should play.
Yeah. It's funny because, like, the Switch 2 could play the new Resident Evil game well. And yet, when I play this fighting game from 2006 on my Switch 2, I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Virtua Fighter 5 on my Switch 2, and it looks great. Right? It's a fucking PS3 game. Everything has come to Nintendo, but for some reason in my mind, I'm still like, I'm playing a Virtua Fighter game on my Nintendo console.
Whoa, bro.
Right, because I was such a Sega kid, and I loved Virtua Fighter. I had Virtua Fighter 1 and 2 on my Saturn. I even got the Virtua Fighter 1 remix disc that they mailed to Saturn owners because the original port was so bad.
Did you get VF Kids?
I did have VF Kids, and
really?
I like VF Kids. I don't understand.
I want to play
everyone
VF
acts
Kids.
Everyone else was like, oh, it was a terrible thing that they did, right? I was like, no, I don't know. They had giant heads. It was funny. Come on, live a little. Yeah. Virtua Fighter 5 was a good video game. And this is a very good way of playing that video game. Especially because you could spend so much time in this game just kind of picking a character and trying to learn everything, even though the game is like a 3-button game, right? You got punch, kick, and block. There's so much nuance to that. And then there are some characters who are way more technical than others. Like, there's like the luchador, right? And what's going on with that? Or I could just be Jeffrey and do my wrestling moves and my grapples, and that feels really good as well. I did not really even bother trying the online stuff, and maybe I should have. But in my mind, I was like, that's probably not going to work. I'm also not that interested in seeing what people who have played 2,000 times more Virtua Fighter 5 than me are going to do to me online. I know how that's
20 years worth.
Mike, do you know if they do the whole like weird ArcSys lobby system, or is it just straight up matchmaking in this?
I don't know. I didn't really mess around with that.
I bet
this
one's just
part of me thinks
matchmaking
the
on the
original had. I think one of the R.E.V.Os had something like that, or one. There's been so many versions of 5. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it was Virtua Fighter 3, I think, where it's like the who's the main character, Jackie or something like that.
Akira.
Yeah, someone like he was like spinning and his jacket was spinning around his back, and it was like, oh, material physics have come to video games. This is the most realistic thing I've ever seen. Okay. That image has been in my head ever since.
I need to bring something up. It's one of my favorite tropes for a character to wear a jacket on their shoulders over them and not like sleeves through. But
like the Requiem guy.
Yes, exactly like the Requiem dude. But it never looks cool in real life.
It just seems not convenient.
Yeah.
It seems like it's always going to be sliding off, and you look like a dope, and it doesn't seem like it would actually keep you warm, which is the functional part of a jacket.
I've tried it so many times, and I can't do it. I'm sorry, Mike. Continue on with Virtua Fighter.
I'm sorry. Somebody in chat's like, we should play all 4 campaigns of Resident Evil 6 at the same time.
No.
The
oh my God.
Screen.
No. We race.
Yeah.
Isn't there a campaign that's
right.
just one character?
Yeah, there's an Ada War campaign. I think that is just the one character.
That could be.
So,
It could be Jerf by himself.
No, I think
Dib. No, Dib.
Oh, Dib.
Kayla?
Yeah.
Kayla's
Kayla?
doing Ada
Kayla,
War.
Kayla there. Honestly, okay, if we're gimmicking it up, suddenly it sounds like a pretty good idea.
Apparently, you can still play that one in co-op. It is okay. Oh, the player 2 is just a generic agent. Incredible. Let's go. I put the Ada War campaign. She's like, I feel kind of bad about all the genocide I embedded now. It's okay though, because I'm hot.
Mike, how do you know about my internal dialogue this whole time?
There you go. I like that spider, by the way. That plush spider was cute.
She got it for Easter. Yeah.
Good. Virtua Fighter 5. Still a good video game. Playing it on Switch. That's fun. I'm excited for see what that new Street Fighter Virtua Fighter is going to be all about.
Very exciting.
Maybe we should check out some of this Virtua Fighter on UPF this week.
Oh yeah, I would play some Virtua Fighter.
I would do that too.
Sure.
Yes.
I'm looking for an excuse to play that online with you guys. Yeah, I don't want to go on matchmaking. But I want to play with you guys.
And this is the version again that came out on Steam last year.
Yeah, totally.
Virtua Fighter 5. So, it's available there. Bunch of places.
Mike, we're gonna play a quick game. You cannot participate because you are more well versed in at least Virtua Fighter. I'm assuming. Grubb, Dan, we're gonna go back and forth. Name as many Virtua Fighter characters as we can. All right?
They're all.
Grubb.
Oh man, you took my one. Okay, so Virtua Fighter characters. All right,
Yes.
I will say Jackie.
Akira.
Ryu? Oh, you're doing two. Okay.
Yeah.
Ryu? Rio? The ninja?
Oh yeah. Okay. Jeffrey.
That I have no more.
Sarah.
Oh yeah. The Hornet, the car.
What?
That's Fighters Mega Mix.
You
lose.
Okay, fine. I'll see myself out. You guys have a good rest of the podcast.
Forgot about Wolf, damn it!
Oh yeah, Wolf. Yeah,
Wolf.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
Wolf a lot, actually.
Yeah, Wolf is sick as hell. All right,
Well,
folks.
where's Wolf from? He's got red hair and
Chris is
like
also Ryu is in Dead or Alive.
Oh, that's Dead or Alive.
Yeah, you're
right.
disqualified.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
okay,
Yeah.
Worf.
Wolf could be a Nacho Libre situation, where
Sure.
it had certain familial lineage, but it was also raised in a specific location. Anyway, folks, we're going to go take a quick bricky break, and we will be back with the news right after this. This is Jeff Grubb with the news. Jeff Grubb.
Thank you. I think the natural conclusion is eventually we're doing a panel, and Dan couldn't be there for some reason, and then we open up the panel to questions from the audience, and a man walks up and introduces himself as Walter Crunk, and it's Dan in makeup, and at that point, because we already can't trust anything on Reddit, I want to be able to not trust anyone I ever meet. Like, this could be Dan Reichert.
You can trust it now because I heard Walter Crunk got banned.
Walter Crunk.
I heard there was serious discussions with the mod team about Walter Crunk, and they banned him.
I didn't see that. That's fair.
No fun
Reddit.
mod team.
Oh,
That's a great job.
That's well done, mods. Well done.
Right.
If you navigate the various parts that Giant Bomb is on the internet, specifically the Discord, you will have seen a discussion about it.
Oh my god!
Incredible, man! Everyone's discussing Walter Crunk. All right, let's get on to the news.
It's my autobiography title.
Star Wars Eclipse development is, quote, very slow going. Development on that game, which is the Quantic Dream game, which is not supposed to be like a typical Quantic Dream game. It's going to be an action adventure. First got announced in 2021. And it is apparently proceeding very slowly with very little progress over months. Sources indicate the game is still looking to be years off from completion. Parent company NetEase, which, as a reminder, I think acquired Quantic Dream a few years ago, has been hesitant to invest in expanding the development team. So this sounds like another one of those issues where NetEase acquired a studio or started a new studio like they did with the RGG guy, who was like, okay, I'm going to go to NetEase and make something. And now he's made that game, and NetEase is like, "Oh, we don't care about this anymore. So you can put it out if you want, but we're not gonna spend on marketing or anything like that, or even do the publishing." So and this game was always going to take a long time. I remember back in 2021 and 2022 being like, "Yeah, I don't think this game comes out until 2027," according to people that are telling me what they know. And now we're coming up on that. next year, and it sounds like it won't even be ready at that point. This was always one that was weird, but do you guys think we ever see Quantic Dream's Star Wars Eclipse?
We've seen. Mikey, go ahead.
So Quantic Dream and released the game this year, by the way. Isn't that wild? That Spellcasters
Spellcaster Chronicles, yes.
Right? That came out, so it came out in early access for 26. It has like just under 700 Steam reviews at mixed. That's just not going to happen. That game's not going to be a thing. They're going to lose money on that. I think I saw somewhere, and I don't know if Maze's case, that they were hoping to finance or fund the Star Wars game with the money from Spellcasters.
Yes.
Well, that's not going to happen.
No.
This does not seem like it's going to be a real video game.
Yeah, and we've already seen so many Star Wars movies and games get announced. They'll have a trailer or a little teaser, and then nothing will ever happen with them. And I think this is just another one of those.
And like, the word is a lot of work has been done on this game. And so, it's got a few years left, but they've completed a lot of stuff. So that's one of the issues is they kind of need to hire up to work on other stuff they haven't done yet. And the people who could do the other stuff, well, they've already done a lot of their work. That does not mean that it's like, oh, well, they've already done so much work, so they're just going to see it through. No, they could easily still just cancel this game and it never sees the light of day. We've seen that, like you said, Jan, a number of times with similarly scoped out Star Wars games specifically. So,
and
we'll see.
I can't say that there are many folks clamoring for a Quantic Dreams Star Wars game as well.
Yeah, I mean, especially like, do you guys remember the details about its setting and everything?
It's that High Republic stuff that was
the High Republic
rage
stuff
at the time. Yeah,
which like they've kind of stopped and started it up again a little bit. There was they like reintroduced a new comic line that still takes place in the High Republic, but that never quite hit the way that they were trying to get it to hit. So, like, who's gonna, like you said, Jan, who's asking for this game, but specifically who's asking this game set in the High Republic? Like, I like some of the High Republic stuff, and that's not what I'm showing up to Star Wars games for. So, it's always been in a weird place. I don't feel like it's any more real today than it was in 2021.
It's Star Wars is also just such a funky place. Like
everyone's talking about Mandalorian and Grogu, dude.
Yeah, what's gonna happen with that? Like, is that like
it's going to fizzle out? Like,
yeah, I don't know. I saw a trailer for it, and then I don't know. I love that first season of Mando. I love Pedro.
Yeah.
But I felt nothing watching that trailer.
I mean, it's like you got to keep watching the second season of Boba Fett or whatever, and all this other stuff.
And I did.
Yeah, I mean, I watched some of it, but it's like every ounce of it I watched made me less interested in whatever this movie was going to be, and now it's here. Whatever.
I still can't think about the time when they go like, Mandalorian needs a new ship to replace his RV in the sky that blew up. How about a 2-seater Naboo starfighter
for a baby?
For a baby, you'll live in this.
Yes. Where do they go to the bathroom? Who cares?
I did initially pop for that until I thought about the logistics.
Yeah, that is the thing where it's like I'm always thinking about where do they go to the bathroom in space. So yeah, I couldn't get on board with it. All right, let's keep going here. Sony delist hundreds more PS5 and PS4 games, including Jesus Simulator. Sony is escalating its efforts to clean up the PlayStation Store by delisting thousands of low-quality or deceptive games, with the catalogs of publishers like Welding Bite, Go Game Console Publisher, and VRC Forge recently wiped. They removed titles like Jesus Simulator, Watermelon Fruits Puzzle, and titles titles intended to confuse consumers, such as I Am Busy Digging a Hole, which is a clear knockoff of another game. One of the things that people are saying is, AI has made it very simple for these companies to make even more of these knockoff games very quickly, and people will make a mistake and purchase them. Listen, these games are so low quality. It's like, if you want to get them off your store, I don't blame you. I still think the better solution would be like, just let people get refunds. If they don't like the game that they bought, like within the first 2 hours, just do exactly what Steam does and let people one click get a refund. But Sony still won't do that. So it is a problem that they have these deceptive games on their store. Or it's more of a problem, I should say. It would still be a problem for a lot of people who feel like it clogs up the store shelves, makes it hard to find stuff, which it certainly does. But yeah, cleaning up their store from a lot of this junk is probably going to be one of the solutions here. But you guys expect Sony to eventually make it possible for people to get an easy refund?
When was the last what was the last game that launched poorly that they had to offer refunds? Was it Cyberpunk?
I mean,
Did
there's something.
Concord do refunds?
Yeah, but it might have. Right, because they shut that game down pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Mind's Eye was another one.
Mind's
Yes.
Eye,
right.
Yeah.
That was because it was sabotage, though.
Of
Right.
course, it was sabotage.
Well,
to
we're
get
going to
your money
find
back.
out in that DLC. They're going to have the proof, and you're all going to feel like fools.
Wait, when does it come out?
Name.
I don't know. I'm so excited for that. That's not
Me
the
too.
dumbest shit
'Cause
ever.
we kind of need
remember.
to check it out.
We will definitely
no.
be checking that out as soon as it happens for sure. But that did happen last week. Mind's Eye said that they're going to have DLC for their game that explains who and why like the sabotage behind Mind's Eye happened. Like
Not just explain, Grubb. It's going to provide proof.
it's going to provide
It's gonna
names. It's going to name names.
names.
Yeah,
You
it's going to
can't do that.
name names, guys.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that. Mike's right.
I think legally that's a problem.
You can, but your lawyers are going to be killing themselves and just be like, "We got to get out of here. We can't do this job anymore, please."
Is he the espionage? Is he the sabotage?
He's been working for Rockstar this entire
Yeah.
time.
He's
You know
just
what this
sleep
has the
rating.
He would
energy of?
know.
That Mind's Eye thing has the energy of like when a wrestler gets Me Too'd and then is like, oh, you're all going to feel like idiots. Here's my 2-hour YouTube explanation showing all my text messages and naming all the names. Like it has that energy to it.
Yes, it
Yes,
really
it
does.
Joey
feels
Ryan, naming names.
Like
yeah.
an EC3 type of deal.
Yeah. They're going to control their narrative. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so we're looking forward to that. We'll see what that looks like. I just continue to be baffled by everything happening with Mind's Eye for sure. All right, PlayStation Studios removes nearly all PC references from its website. So they still have not come out as Sony and said that thing that Jason Schreier said we're doing, where we're not going to port all of our big games, big single player games to PC anymore. We're not doing that anymore. Yay. They haven't said that publicly, but they are clearly moving in that direction as a lot of their references in their SDK and all kinds of other stuff. Their the references on their terms of service, references on the store that say PC, they've dropped that stuff. So they're de-emphasizing it at the very least. I can imagine it's probably going to be challenging for them to communicate it a little bit because they don't want to make it seem like they're never going to release anything on the PC ever again, because the multiplayer live service games will still be coming to PC. So it's just a specific set of games. But yeah, it does feel like that is really happening. So recent games like Ghost of Yotei and Saros, which is coming up soon, those are the first two that got marked as those won't be coming to PC. There is no plans to do that. So that era is over for now. And I guess, how do you guys feel about that? And do you expect the change to continue to stick?
It seems silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bummer. I mean, at this point, my PC is more powerful than my base PlayStation 5, and I'm not buying a PlayStation 5 Pro anytime soon. Even something like a Saros, if I played that, I bet I'd like to play that game with mouse and keyboard. That is a game mostly about pointing and shooting at things largely. It's a bummer seeing like we're moving in that direction. I guess I kind of get it from their perspective. Like, why aren't we shoring up? Why aren't we really emphasizing the fact that we are a console company? Why are we dabbling in this PC space that, that's a world where suddenly PlayStation isn't special. They are incredibly special in the console space. So I get investing there a little bit. I'm not going to be shocked if we're back over here at some point, 5 years, 10 years, whatever, right? PlayStation games being on PC more regularly again.
I'm thinking less than that. I'm thinking 3.
On the other side of the PS6, very quickly, like some of those launch games might show up on PC like a year later, right? I could see that happening.
Yeah, depending on how, I don't even want to say the words PlayStation 6 launch goes, but if that goes poorly, or if availability, people's ability to even buy them is poor, then they're going to need to still sell the software. So I could see them pivoting and being like, oh, you know what, we're back on PC.
Yep. Yeah. And I'll say a lot of people in chat are echoing that exact same sentiment, Jan. I think that's the general consensus here is like once they get to the PS6, they'll reintroduce it at that point. It's, it might take a little bit of time, but they will. All right. Speaking of PS6, report claims that the PS6 handheld will be more powerful than the Xbox Series S when it launches in terms of just raw performance, and then anything involving ray tracing, it will be much, much better at performing. the PS6 handheld goes along with, a standard PS6 and maybe a PS6S, a less powerful PS6 as well. All of those things have been in various forms of reports about the next generation from Sony. But hearing like a general profile of how powerful this thing will be, does that get you guys more excited, prepare you more for a much higher price? I want a handheld PlayStation 6 for sure. Like that would be the most exciting for me, but it will come down to, is this thing $800, $900? How expensive is it going to be?
Yeah, there's just so many other questions. Yeah, the idea of having a really powerful PlayStation portable console, that'd be good. I would like that. It gets weird because like, now how many pillars of portables am I going to have? I'm going to have the Switch. I need to have my PC portable, and I need to have my PlayStation portable thing, and all these things are costing $700, $800, $900 now.
Yeah.
It's like choices are going to have to start being made. Maybe 2 out of 3 for a lot of people. Maybe 1 out of 3 or none. But boy, being a 3 out of 3 household, that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Yep, agreed.
Especially doesn't help when like every time I see a new friend post about the AYN Thor, I'm like, I should have bought that. I should have grabbed that. And now I'm feeling the FOMO of that.
Yep, and the stuff is just going to keep going up in price. So it's like, stuff like that, you kind of want to act, and then you do feel left out, and you'd be like, oh, I didn't have to spend that money. I'm glad I saved that money, and then a week later, you get the desire again, and now it's $100 more expensive. All right, let's see here. Level 5 Vision 2026 will be a stream that's happening soon to show off what Level 5 the developer is working on. This is happening April 10th at 6 a.m. Pacific time. 8 a.m. That can't be right. 6 a.m. Pacific time. I'll say 9 a.m. Eastern. That makes more sense. The stream, which will feature Level 5 President and CEO Akihiro Hino, is expected to provide updates, new trailers, and release date windows for upcoming games like Deca Police, Inazuma 11 RE, and Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam is one I'm looking forward to. That got announced a few years ago. We haven't heard much about it since. It does feel like it's time for that. And then Deca Police, man, that's been in the works for forever.
Yeah.
I still don't really know what it is.
I feel like I heard that name forever ago.
Yeah, they've been working on it for a very long time. So it'd be nice to like, these things are real and are coming soon. That would be exciting.
But none of this matters because, gang, the streets, there's heat on the street. It's not just me this time. We're all clamoring for Dark Cloud 3. Where is Dark Cloud 3?
Many people are asking this.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah. When's the last time Level 5 made one of their like really big RPGs though? That's something they were able to do a lot in the PS3 era. Yeah, Ni no Kuni 2 was a PS4 game. Boy, that was probably like 2018 though, right? That was probably quite some time ago. Since then, I think
they made Fantasy Life I, which I don't know if that's exactly what Mike is getting at, because that's, I mean, it's close. It's a big game. It is a big game.
Yeah. Ni no Kuni 2 is 2018. How about that?
Nailed
then,
it.
since then, what's this Megaton series? Yeah, Fantasy Life, Inazuma. Yeah, they haven't made a big RPG in a big. I guess Fantasy Life I. Yeah. That's
a great
something,
game.
But
it's a good game. Yeah.
You can't make a Dark Cloud 3 on top of whatever's doing that, right?
Yeah. Man, shouts out to Jean d'Arc or D'Arc for the PSP. Game was a underappreciated banger.
I can't believe like the start of Level 5. They were like Dark Cloud 2. Then somehow we're making Dragon Quest 8. Like what? Oh, that. Whoa! Look, geez. They just had an incredible run on the PS. Then they did Rogue Galaxy, John d'Arc. Then me after that, it's like Professor Layton. And then when we first saw White Knight Chronicles, we all thought that was going to be a very big deal. That was like one of the early PlayStation 3 tech demos. It looked amazing. It turned out to mostly be bullshit. I also still kind of want to go and play White Knight Chronicles 1 and 2 at some point. There's a White Knight Chronicles 2.
What is that like? Mikey. Let's do it.
They got a 60 Metacritic. What? What is it?
They also had the game that was most the closest to overtaking Pokemon as like the big thing in Japan with Yokai Watch,
right?
Which was massive. It was so huge for like 5, 6, 7 years, and then to me, it felt like it fell off the planet. I bet it's still popular in Japan.
It seems like it kind of like, that was since COVID, it seems there hasn't been a new Yokai Watch. So, it looks like
Here's the thing, gang.
Here's
the thing. It's in the name. Nintendo doesn't want to listen to me. Valve doesn't want to listen to me.
There
now,
you go, Jan.
I'm on the streets and the steps of PlayStation.
Commune with ghosts, Jan.
Please, give me a goddamn watch. Anyway.
Get a yokai watch. All right. The Super Mario Brothers movie, the Galaxy movie the series becomes the only animated movie series to open globally at more than $350 million twice. Both the Super Mario Brothers movie did it, and the Super Mario Galaxy movie did that as well. This past weekend, the Super Mario Galaxy movie made $372.5 million globally. That puts it just behind what the Super Mario Brothers movie did 3 years ago at $387.8 million. So just a touch off there, but that is a ton of money. It is like just unequivocally massively successful.
Yeah.
This is what everyone involved was hoping for, that they could replicate the success of the first movie again. And it ensures that they will begin reinvesting in this stuff across the board. And you're going to get a lot more Mario movies, obviously, but now it's like, full gear into taking all of these properties and making a bunch of other Nintendo related animated stuff, probably at Illumination.
Mike and Grubb, you two have seen the movie. Did it seem like they positioned a character like Fox McCloud in a way that he could successfully have his own spin-off movie just based off of the movie character alone?
Yeah. There's even with Star Fox popping off like this and being like, the movie puts over Star Fox big, right?
Yes.
So there's gonna be interest. There's probably gonna be a new game. Even then, I'm still like, are they really gonna make a Star Fox movie? I hope so. Might be more likely he shows up and stuff. It's like that Hawkeye thing, Jan. He'll show up in our movies and maybe at one point get a limited run series on something. Peacock. I don't know what the hell.
Is Daredevil the better comparison in terms of like Marvel?
Daredevil had like a lot of shows. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see, because he definitely is a highlight of the film. And I am curious where all of that goes. I mean, I'm kind of curious what exactly the third one is going to look like now, because they really do hold very little back here. And of course, it's Mario. There is still a ton that they can do, especially now that the Star Fox gate is open. You could just be like, and Pikachu's in this one. There, also tickets. I don't know.
Yeah, the post credits character, which I won't say who it is, but it's very similar to how they do stuff with Sonic, where it's like, okay, the next movie's going to be about this character, just like the first one with Yoshi, and it's like the implication of that character is like, okay, I bet some other ones that are often related to that character will show up, and it could be the new threats and stuff like that. So you can see where they go to just keep this going. It's going to be the same thing. A lot of references with just a new set of villains each time, basically. And this time was Bowser Jr. It'll be someone else next time. They can keep that going for a while. But I want to see what it looks like when they do begin working on something like maybe a Star Fox. I don't know if that's going to happen. They're probably going to try Donkey Kong first, see how that goes, and then take it from there. And if that does well, maybe we do get something involving a Star Fox in theaters.
I want to see what's the Guardians of the Galaxy moment, right? Where it's a Nintendo franchise that the average person doesn't know about, and its movie was a giant hit.
Yes.
Kid Icarus.
Star Tropics.
I was thinking Kid Icarus, actually.
All right.
People like Palatino a lot, that's for sure.
Yeah, let's get these last couple of stories. State of Decay's 3's 2020 announced trailer was just a concept. Studio head says, basically said in 2020 when they announced that game, it was just a Word document and nothing else. But they had a trailer, announced it back in 2020. Now it is the year 2026. And for the first time, it sounds like the game is going to be playable to people. They're going to show up with a beta or an alpha. I think it's an alpha in May. So people are going to be able to play this game, State of Decay 3. Wake up your Brad Shoemakers. Tell them it's time to go back to State of Decay. So the game's real. Surprisingly, it's not one of those ones that got caught up in the Microsoft culling. So they'll actually release that game. I'm a little surprised that it made it through, but I'm glad it did. I have a soft spot for State of Decay. It's a systems-based game, and I like those.
Yeah, I didn't realize how strong of an audience that this game has.
People that are into it are extremely into it. Mike Mahardy is one of them. And it is a very unique game. Four-player co-op, that is the type of thing that would be fun to kind of mess around with you guys.
Yeah. I would try. I don't think I've played a second of a State of Decay before. So yeah, I guess I should try one out.
It's very much about like emergent storytelling, getting these characters. They have their own background, and then that makes them behave in a certain way. And you try to get them to do things, and you're like, "Oh, I didn't account for the fact that he's actually a dick, and I shouldn't have done that." And then you kind of tell these stories, and I like that concept. I just have never been able to fully click with one yet.
It's the emergent stuff in the
yeah.
systems that does it for me, where it's normally I'm not big into zombie stuff, but this one has its own hook that like got me to look past that and really enjoy it.
I have a small specific friend group that is very much into this kind of like post-apocalyptic zombie world, and this, Days Gone, any of the Walking Dead games will appeal to them because it's like, yeah, I'm a tough guy. I could survive the zombie apocalypse.
I think that this is still somehow appealing to those people, while being kind of its own thing that people who just are there for systems can show up for. So, yeah, I'm also not super into zombies, so it's like I think that's one of the things that's pushed me away. It's like I like this idea maybe in a different way, but you can see why the apocalypse works so well for it.
It's funny because that same group of friends isn't into anything like Dead Rising at all. Like Dead Rising is like too goofy versus the
whimsy.
These zombies shouldn't be laughed at.
Exactly.
It's sad.
Yeah.
They used to have brains.
I don't know if they think it's sad, but they think it's serious. It's time to take these zombies seriously.
Dead inside.
Speaking of taking people seriously, the Mass Effect TV show will reportedly be rewritten to appeal to, quote, non-gamers. I don't know. Report claims Amazon's head of global TV, Peter Friedlander, who has now become the last word at Amazon by looking at scripts and be like, I approve or I don't approve. He didn't approve of the Mass Effect scripts, which is going to start filming soon. It's like very close to switching over to production, but they don't have the scripts ready. Yeah. He said, no, go back and make it appeal to non-gamers. And I still don't really know what that means. I've seen people like hypothesize that, they made it to appeal to fans of Mass Effect. And if you're not a fan of Mass Effect, you won't recognize this character. And it's too inside for people who already are familiar with all of the lore. It's like, well, that would be, I think that would be dumb if that's the way they were doing things, but that's not what it says. It says non-gamers, not non-Mass Effect fans.
Right, because like obviously, like Fallout and Last of Us, the reason why they were big, successful TV shows, because they did attract an audience outside of just that core fans of those video games. But it seems like they did that by just being really good adaptations of the video game thing and making
the feelings of the video games. Yeah.
Right, making those people happy, and then it's just so good and well done that other people discover it. Because if you go the other way, you end up with a Halo thing where we're gonna appeal to the normies and we know how to make this more interesting and cinematic.
Master Cheeks.
Yeah. You can't just have a character who doesn't show his face a bunch of times. Like, come on. Then you really lose that core audience. It's concerning here because Mass Effect has very dedicated fans, and if they turn on this thing, there's no hope. You have to have them on board with it.
Do you think the original script may have been too science and sci-fi heavy that they thought it may not be unpalatable to the normal?
It's impossible to it could be
weird.
That, but it could just be like, what's a Garrus? That's an alien, right? Like, I don't know. We just don't know what
we don't
their
know.
issue is.
Yeah, there's a strong possibility that this Mass Effect show will not have that many aliens in it.
Which, boy, that was part of what was so cool about Mass Effect when I first played it. Is like, with a Star Trek, a lot of the aliens just have to be people with a forehead ridge because it's TV and it's cheap. On a video game, you don't have to do that. And some of the aliens will look a bit more humanoid than others, but you couldn't really get a Rex in a TV show with decent practical visual effects. And now that we're still here and we're going to make this show, I'm still kind of like, how are you going to do that? How are you going to make Garrus and Rex look right?
That's the other thing, is it's described as a premium genre drama, or pricey drama. So they're going to spend a lot of money on this thing. And Amazon has spent like $1 billion on their Lord of the Rings show and all this other stuff. And apparently it's important to Bezos to have these big premium shows. So they're probably going to spend a lot of money on this thing. Hopefully that goes a long way.
Yeah, unless like the original script was just very poorly written. This doesn't bode super well.
I don't know. I don't think it just needs to be appealing to people who like good shows. I think that's what they should do, and do that by being honest to the games. Sure,
they can't fumble this one. This is kind of like one of the remaining big golden gooses in terms of a video game property that could be a TV show. This is the one everybody wants.
Yeah,
you could see how it could work. But it could just as easily not work.
I don't know. What about all the 20 times they've super duper confirmed that the Metal Gear Solid movie is in the works and they've greenlit a script and they got a director and it's going to be Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman and Oscar Isaac. It's in the works. It's basically in production.
Yeah,
Everyone falls for it every fucking time.
The BioShock movie is right behind it. That's for sure.
Oh my, yeah. I mean, a successful, or I haven't seen it myself, but the Exit 8 movie was apparently really well received based off of that.
It's like the highest rated video game movie of all time or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you lean into the zaniness of the property you're adapting.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're learning the wrong lessons if they're running away from the video game stuff by being like, oh, any sort of reference to a video game can't be in here. Because Fallout very much worked on that level, and it went a long way to making people more excited about the actual TV show. All right, that does it for the headlines. Jan, I'm handing this show back over to you.
Folks, we're going to take a quick break and be back with the emails and super chats if we got any right after this. These are the emails for the show. Emails! Bombcast@giantbomb.com is the email address to send your emails to. Write in about any and everything. We've been getting inundated with hella emails. I specifically made a note to myself to mention it here. We've gotten some weird emails. Hell yeah.
Good.
I love that.
Some of them make it onto the show. Some of them don't. I still appreciate you sending your emails too. And hey, for anyone going through a rough time, we assure you that we over here at GBHQ are here for you to make sure that we help you get through the day. First email comes from Paul. This morning I got an email from Mike Minotti with a code for being a premium member. Parentheses, thanks. And felt excited that my friend was writing to me. I've never met any of you and live on the other side of the world, Australia. When was the last time you got excited about a message from a friend who doesn't know you exist? Paul.
Boy, that's pretty specific.
Yeah. A friend doesn't know you exist?
What? But you don't know they exist, but they message you. And that's a pretty hard combo. I think
they don't know you exist is the way.
Yeah, that might be a super special, fun feeling that just you experience there, buddy. And I'm happy for you for it. And guess what? I know you exist now, so it'll never happen again.
Well, no. Folks in chat are
Kenny G. Kenny G, yeah. Absolutely. That's a good one. That's true, actually. Never mind. You're not special.
Logan Roy for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Brian
Cox. Yeah.
Brian Cox. I can't think of one specifically.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, maybe learning that a celebrity listens or listened to any of the podcasts at one point, that always gets me going. Find out that John Super Eye Patch Wolf is a fan and H Bomber Guy is a fan. I'm like, oh shit. I gotta tighten the ship a bit.
Yeah, right. Definitely meeting some people at PAX where it's like, oh yeah, that's just Dan Olsen, and that's cool to see him. He has no idea I exist for sure.
Yeah,
I thought it was funny the time Jose Canseco thought I was dead. I just posted the tweet in the chat. Jose Canseco somehow thought I died and tweeted rest in peace to me and tagged me.
If he does still live, the day that it comes that you do die, I'm going to make sure that he's the one that announces it, Dan.
Please do.
I will.
Oh, no,
I'm sorry.
He didn't tag me. He says, I'm sorry to hear Dan is dead. I didn't know. A good, strange little man. Rest in peace, buddy. Hug for you. That's from Jose Canseco.
Yeah. Just miss you, Bam.
Perfect.
Miss you, brother.
A good, strange little man is incredible.
Title of your memoir. Yeah. All right. Rob writes in, hey, Bomberados. I'm visiting Chicago for a week later this year and want to soak in some food options that are part of the Giant Bomb lore. I live in Denmark where restaurants are annoyingly classy, so I want to get into the grease zone.
Yeah. Just don't go to a Portillo's or else you're a filthy kind of funny fan instead.
Oh, exactly.
Can't allow it.
Oh, that's
don't
right.
be a best friend. Ugh.
Be a worst friend.
Exactly.
Be a Giant Bomb worst friend. Yeah, welcome everybody.
Clear. I was gonna say no.
Let's do sworn enemies. Giant Bomb sworn enemies.
There we go.
Fan base. Yeah.
Clearly, I will order a Jets pizza on day one. But what What other Giant Bomb canonical restaurant should I try to give me some good old Americana? Red Lobster? Cheesecake Factory? Give me your go-to top 5. Thanks, and love everything you do. Launch Look for Life, Rob.
There you go.
I mean, Giant Bomb Cannon, there was the PAX that I spent the entire time at that Buffalo Wild Wings, to the point where they gave me the manager jersey and a name tag, and I had control of the remote control in the restaurant. I still have the jersey. Actually, yeah, that was my referee jersey. Yeah, so yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Those are going away, so if you can find one, go to one, I guess. Yeah. Not doing too well.
Damn.
Really?
Oh, they're great.
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
I mean, I Cheesecake Factory, you kind of have to see it to believe it. I think actually that one I maybe would try to do. There was a Margaritaville in Chicago.
Ooh, Margaritaville. That's a good shout.
Yeah.
Specifically for this iteration of GB.
Right. But if you're in Chicago, you should get some actual Chicago pizza. If you go to the touristy one like Giordano's or whatever.
Giordano's is good.
Giordano's is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's worth having Giordano's if you're a tourist actually showing up.
100%.
Do that.
That will be, you will find it incredibly American.
Yeah.
I find it obnoxious when people turn their nose down at something that's like, Giordano's is good pizza. Yes, it's tourist stuff, but it's like a good deep dish pizza. It's a chain, whatever. Get over it.
If you're a tourist, be excited about being a tourist. There's a reason that stuff is the touristy stuff
100%.
usually.
Chat really wants you to go to a rainforest camp. I have to let you know. Which I guess is pretty canonical. Just, I won't tell you what you got to do there, but you need to go to a rainforest.
Legally, he's not allowed to tell you.
Do you think anyone ever has been inspired by that story and did that at a rainforest cafe?
I'll tell you what, if you have, don't tell me.
Don't tell us. But no one's ever done that.
I don't know. We're in our weird email era right now.
That'd be too weird for email.
Yeah, that's actually too much.
Guys, I already go through so much psychic damage listening to all of the voicemails every week. Do not do this to me with the emails.
I thought you were saying listening to us. Yeah.
No,
but yeah, that too.
No. I'm part of this mess. Also, you have to go to a gas station and get hot dogs.
Yeah, get a hot dog
from roller
7-Eleven.
taquitos. Go to a quick trip. Get the roller taquitos. They're great.
Taco Bell. I think Dan, you mentioned Taco Bell.
Sure, go to a Taco Bell. Go to an Arby's. You see an Arby's, just stop. Get like one beef and cheddar, right?
That or just like go inside and just like rub the counter and like bless up to it.
Yeah, right. The beef and cheddar boys. We're
here. Yeah. All right. Travis,
Costco hot dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. What is a food that Backlar likes that he can also?
He doesn't.
Does he like food? I don't know if he likes food anymore.
He likes
chicken parm. He likes chicken parm sandwiches.
Chicken parm. He does like chicken
parm. He gets a
parm.
glimmer in his eye when he thinks of chicken parm. Yeah.
That man loves a dirty martini.
Oh sure, yep.
Yeah.
Go get a dirty martini in his honor. Extra olives, please. All right. Travis and Fargo writes in with 5 questions every week. I choose one of them. I chose the 5th one this week. What skill do you naturally lack but have worked the most to improve?
I used to be almost cripplingly shy, actually, believe it or not, and didn't really get over that until almost after college, really, even during college, I wasn't, doing anything too crazy there. So yeah, just like actually going out, learning to be comfortable, being around people and being myself and developing social skills, things like that. That stuff doesn't always come naturally necessarily, but kind of just work on it. And it's like once you're in front of the mirror being like, how are you? Oh, no, not that. Oh, my name's Mike. Right? But, you just go out there and you talk to people, you hang out with people, and you just develop that stuff.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, same with me. I was super duper shy until it was college that did it for me, and more importantly, alcohol. That helped quite a bit.
Yeah.
Running is one. I was just not. I told the story recently about like having to call the mile in gym class because I was the one that was taking. It was like, we'll just put down 15 minutes and like fast forward to like the half marathon training and stuff, and that's not something that came naturally at all. And I just had to learn through mistakes and injuries and stuff like that, which I'm still kind of working on. So, but yeah, this year's going good.
Yeah, mine's like just being willing to not bother people, but feel like I'm not bothering people by asking them for something or getting their attention or something like that. It's like always like, there's no way they're going to want to put up with me. And I just have to like get over that and realize most people do not care. And I just got to recognize that even my time is valuable. So is theirs, but I can bring value to them if I'm bothering them even.
I haven't necessarily improved on this skill at all, but on the Filipino skill tree, there's 2 specific things that I'm lacking in. One of them, basketball prowess, terrible at it. The second one, exactly that, Grubb, singing. It's an Olympic sport in the Philippines. And I, unfortunately, my parents didn't spec in that skill tree. Instead, they give me Catholic guilt.
Okay, extra, sure.
Yeah. They were like, you know what? He needs a +4 in this. And I've tried so hard to sing well.
Got so far.
and I've been told maybe my ceiling or maybe my bottom, my floor is someone's ceiling. But gang, I'm gonna let y'all know, the second I can start to sing very well, I'm going to be so fucking insufferable. All right.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I'm just going to be belting.
I would
all
never
the
do
time.
that.
No.
Never.
Yeah, come on. Don't be annoying with singing.
All right. Last email of the show, and we do get a lot of these, everyone, so I'm doing my best to sort through them, read most of them. I'll try and forward some of them if you have kind words to say for a specific member of the crew. There's a couple that actually pertain to Mr. Bacalar, but he's not here today. Last email of the show comes from Mark from Perth. Hello, GB, parentheses, gorgeous boys. Got a question for the Bombcast. I'm moving from my hometown of Perth, Western Australia, to London, UK, at the end of April. My partner's always wanted to live there, and at 27, we felt that now was a good time to give it a go. I'm going to be keeping my current video editing job and working remotely, and we've already found a place to live. That said, I'm a bit nervous about the loneliness and isolation of being in a whole new country, especially when I won't necessarily have a place to go and meet people, though. Besides the obvious stuff, do you guys have any nuggets of wisdom for a first-time mover?
I mean, it's just you just got to jump in the water thing. I mean, I've done it so many times across the country, and every time, I wouldn't take any of them back. No regrets. And you can also leave if a place doesn't click with you. Like I've liked every place I've lived except for San Francisco, and that's why I got the fuck out of there after 2 years. So if you go to London and it's not for you, go somewhere else. But give it a shot, give it an honest try. You'll probably find things to love. You'll find things to miss about home. But, hopefully you're in a position where you can travel. I always go back to Kansas, New York, the places I've lived that I enjoyed. But yeah, nothing's permanent.
It's true.
Yeah, I think it's right. Just start doing stuff. Get on the Facebook communities, the Reddits, that are for your neighborhood and stuff like that. Just see what people are saying and become a part of the community. And then if it's not your vibe at that point, you tried it, you did some cool stuff, you will almost certainly probably make friends and have cool experiences, and that's all part of it. So yeah, go for it.
A difficult thing, because you will be continuing to work remotely, is just finding the motivation to go outside. And I'm a big advocate for clock the fuck out. At some point during the day, like Grubb said, go find some type of community, and that could be even in a coffee shop, that could be in a local dive bar, a local sporting stuff. I'm sure
could
London,
be a local gang of vagrant cats.
Exactly.
Start roaming the street with them.
Fine.
Yeah. Oh, actually, volunteering is also a major thing. So, if you are a cat person, a dog person, maybe go volunteer on the weekends at a shelter. That could help out and help you introduce you to other folks that you may mesh and vibe with.
And you're going to London. There's going to be plenty of resources and shit to do out there. It's
yes,
it's not like when I moved to Danbury, Connecticut. That can be a little tricky because even someone as social and outgoing as me and everything, it's I'm in Danbury, Connecticut. I looked, I tried. There was not a lot to do, but London is going to be great for that.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, also two very great suggestions here. I mean, if you're into games, you email this podcast. If you're into tabletop stuff, I'm sure there's a board game shop out there that you can meet people, maybe play Magic if you're into Magic or other tabletop stuff with. And I love Will's suggestion, join an improv class. I am dead set. I think everyone, no matter what your career aspirations are, should at some point in their life take an acting class or an improv class, because it just gets you out of your shell. And you're moving there with a partner, but then you'll wind up befriending a bunch of people that just want to bang each other, and that's just fun to witness.
That is great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Before we get to YouTube super chats, this is the third time we've had this segment pop up. Jeff Grubb, I want to guess that ad.
That's right, everybody. We're going to do the game show within a podcast. Guess that ad. It's Jeff Grubb's most famous game show where I show you an image from a magazine ad from the past. You tell me what the game is. I have two this time in case this goes by pretty fast because there's a chance you guys just get it right away.
But I'm turning chat off. We all should. Yes.
Yeah, turn chat off. Right. I am putting it in our chat here, but you guys could also see it on the stream.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so I'm going to describe it real quick for the audio listeners. Right now, I'm just showing a very small segment of the ad. It is a bubble that has someone saying, "Blow me!" ! And that's all I have so far.
Is it a Kirby?
This is not a Kirby.
All right. For some reason, the image is failing to load for me.
Is it tied to the NES? I don't think so.
I'm going to say no.
Blow.
Is it a bust-a-move? Just based off your description.
Blow.
It is not bust-a-move.
It's a bubble bobble.
The bobble thing.
It is not bubble bobble.
I'm guessing this ad is between 1995 and 2000.
Let me look at the corner. It's yes, that was okay. You're right. You're right.
That's like peak blow me, suck it era.
Yes.
Blow me.
Yeah.
That keeps it blowing.
Blow.
I'm trying to think if it's a DS game that you blow into the microphone.
No, not if it's 95 to 2000.
That's right. You're my bad.
I'm leaning 64.
April 1997. There you go, guys.
97.
April 97.
This comes from an issue of Ultra Game Players.
Oh, fuck. Okay, that's PS1. That could be 64 or Saturn, possibly. So definitely that 32, 64-bit era. It's not Bubble.
Boy, I thought
God
Puzzle
damn it.
Bobble was my best bet.
I'm gonna get
to that.
I think we'll still do the second one. I think the second one will actually be easier. So I'm getting a picture of that right now for you guys, and I'll put that in there in a second. All right, so let me see here. You guys have guessed a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, can you give us the platform?
Yeah, let me see. Let me double check, make sure I say the right platform.
Something with balloons.
This actually is a Windows version, but the series is on a lot. The series is on a lot of platforms.
Okay. A Windows release of this
Gex?
game?
No.
He doesn't blow
It
anything.
this is not Gex.
Just think about vibes.
All right. Let's see. Let me get this other one here.
Oh, man.
So confusing. Blow me. I'm trying to
A
glean in
balloon, a
information.
All right.
A candle.
Let's see here. For you guys, and I'll put this in the thing in a second. Here is a second thought or it's a text bubble.
Oh, fuck.
It says your toast. This time, the color of that background on that text bubble is green.
Balls 3D?
This is not Balls 3D.
Okay.
Your toast.
Well, is there a character that's there's that candle guy in Beauty and the Beast? Is there a Beauty and the Beast? He wouldn't say
that would have been
blow.
way before this.
He would
No,
not.
he wouldn't say
not
blow
not
me.
with this font either.
No.
Your toast. Like, what is going on with these?
Someone on fire. There's a fire. There's a breath. There's an air thing going on here.
Wait, is it a clay fighter?
I was wondering.
It is not Clay Fighter.
Okay.
Oh.
Nick, I was thinking that because there is that ad where me and Mr. Frosty is blowing out the Mortal Kombat candles. That's why.
Wait.
Okay.
No, it's not Booger Man. Shit.
It's not Booger Man. I think you guys are
Booger Man's a pick and flick adventure, not a blow and suck.
Is this
You're
too
overthinking it.
early for Twisted Metal? I don't remember the timeline.
Twisted Metal 1 was like 95.
This
2
is
was like 97.
not Twisted Metal. It is a multiplayer game.
Mario Party?
It is
PC version.
Not.
Oh,
Mario
Windows.
Party.
Yeah, of course not.
Windows version. It is.
Multiplayer. Online multiplayer?
It might have online, but this would have been pretty early for that. That would not have been the focus. It definitely is. It's certainly a couch co-op game. No, couch multiplayer. Couch
None of these
Worms? Is it a Worms?
It is not Worms.
Bomberman? Even though none of these deal with bombs.
It is Bomberman. He did it,
is
everybody.
Bomberman?
It's Atomic Bomberman. Yes.
Oh my
What is
God.
Atomic Bomberman?
Okay.
I'm getting the full ad for you guys.
I had Atomic Bomberman on the PC. Shit, I should have known this. That game was good.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
What
the
is
PC one they
Atomic
made. It was
Bomberman?
cool. Yeah. No.
Atomic Bomberman, I think, is the PC port for like Saturn Bomberman, is how I understood it to be. Okay, let me see here.
That game's good. Man.
Okay,
Like
no,
this.
I got a picture of this one.
I think
disappointed
it's
in my
wild you
performance
thought we
so
were
far.
going to get that from this blow me bubble. I got to... There was...
You did.
Did anyone
Well,
in chat get it?
I bet they got it right away.
You
Good
said,
job,
we
chat.
needed a backup because it might be too easy.
Listen, a character just saying "blow me" just sounds blowing up. I
Blow
just figured you
up?
guys get it right away.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Mm.
Hang on, let me post this one here to our. I'm gonna have to post it in content planning. It's on my phone, real quick.
Pommerman
Let's
doesn't
see here.
eat
Some folks
toast.
did get it, apparently.
Man,
Man,
all right.
now I'm nostalgic for Atomic Bomberman. Holy shit.
All right, let me describe the second one real quick while I post this to you guys. I'll send the image to you in a second, but I'll describe
Yeah, we
it
need
for audio
redemption
listeners and
here.
you first. It is, it's kind of horrifying. It is a bunch of skin, and there are several mouths with different colored tongues sticking out of
Game Boy
the
Color.
mouths. It is the Game Boy Pocket. But
Pocket,
yes,
okay,
yes,
all
but
right.
very close. Yes, Game Boy Pocket.
Before you even posted the image to us.
Yes, before I posted the
Yep.
image.
Yep.
There you
Ew.
go.
Jesus Christ.
Yep, I
Yeah,
remember
that's
that one.
Terrifying.
That
Yep.
seems right.
Yuck.
That's right.
Game
When they did
Boy
the 6
Pocket.
colors for the pocket.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep,
All right.
yep,
Well
yep.
done. That was Guess That Game Ad or whatever we call it. Thanks for playing, everybody.
Grubb Guessr, I believe.
Grubb Guessr. There
Grubb
you go. Thank
Guessr.
you for playing
Yeah.
Grubb Guessr. We'll be back with a new one next time. Back to you, Jan.
Fantastic. We're going to go play a quick game of Hot Potato because I'm going to pass this back over to Mike Minotti to hit me with some YouTube super chats, if we have any.
We do. And I'm going to load them up right after I log back into YouTube because I accidentally signed out. Oh, gosh. I got to get a verification code texted to me so I can log back in. This is going fantastic. Hold.
All right.
Come on.
Let's see who's going to get
I
there
can do it if you want,
Number-
Mike.
Yeah, you do. Well, okay, do it, but be prepared. I was going to ask you guys, how do we feel about people who use our super chat thing for self-promotion?
That's
Mm,
You could do it this time, but this is the last time. How about that?
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Is that
right.
fair, Mike?
That sounds fair. Yes. No,
All
yeah, cute. You found a loophole there, but we will not allow again. Go ahead, Jeff.
Simon from Saskatchewan, there's got to be a Blake Club worthy game that Jeff has to play that with that light gun of his, right? Bayou
Oh.
Billy has sections. Box art is incredible. I do have it set up. I can do that.
Geez, I did. Gosh, I was at some point watching somebody play something they described as the worst light gun game ever. And
How
I'm
can it be
trying to
so
bad.
bad?
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah,
you're
that's the
still
thing,
just
like,
shooting
even
at
that-
things on a screen. Yeah.
I
How
will
interesting could
say
it be?
that it sounds like it was very unpleasant for Will to watch along because of all like the light gun flashing that happens.
a lot of people have that. Yeah.
There's a solution for that when you guys are watching this long. I could just send you the OBS feed that is going to take out a lot of that flashing. So, pretty good tech there. Zombie Pouring. Oh no, evil Jan killed business Dracula Jerf.
What can I say? You know,
Man, as the podcast goes further along, Jan, you're looking cooler and cooler. I have to
loco
say.
true.
fucking
It's
moco,
true.
baby.
Hell yeah, do the dance.
Oh,
Yeah.
He almost certainly isn't wearing pants right now, guys. I'm so worried.
I'm not happy.
Martin Hollis. Grubb said games will never get prettier than Doom 2016. I didn't say that. I said they don't need to get prettier. Another podcast said design won't surpass Witcher 3. What do you see as being the next jump?
We're going back to light guns.
Light guns are back. Okay. Connect is back.
I mean, there better. I know I'm not going to really probably be that into it, but there better be something about Grand Theft Auto 6 that's impressive.
Yeah, I want improvement to the intelligence of enemy characters and characters you interact with. And I know they're all going to be like AI now, but I like the idea of the stuff being programmed and having emergent stuff that happened from a human programmed algorithm or something like that. I want improvements to just logic and things to happening because I interacted with the character and they went to go do something and it had ramifications.
I forgot to talk about this during the game segment. I checked out Marathon. I'm trying to do the whole Rook thing. Yo,
Yeah.
that game has so much fucking swag.
Yeah, it
That's cool.
does.
Gang, we maybe need to at least stream it one more time on this website.
I would do that.
Definitely. Yeah,
'Cause that
definitely.
game fucking bangs. Anyway.
All right.
I still remember how, Grubb, to your point, how impressed I was in Medal of Honor for PlayStation 1, that you throw a grenade and some of the enemies would take off their helmet and like jump on. It's like, oh my God, that's crazy.
And I just want that stuff. Like, okay, can we extrapolate on that with these more powerful CPUs that can do all of this reasoning? Hopefully, yes, that would be great. All right, from Big Fresh 37, Dan. Now that you don't hate Pokemon anymore, what would you ever give a try to Legends ZA? It's not turn-based.
I don't think I ever hated Pokemon. I just never really was interested in it necessarily.
I don't know. I don't know if you get anything. I don't know if you get anything out of that one, Dan. I don't know.
I think people were talking about with the Arceus. Was that the one? That's the sequel to Arceus, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
People were talking big about that one, and they're, oh, this is the Breath of the Wild of Pokemon. I was like, all right, I'll try it. And it just did the fucking thing where it's like, I felt it was like 2 hours of me talking to idiots in a town, and I didn't do anything. And I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. So
it's okay not to like things.
Yeah. That's never been for him. Yeah. Martin Hollis is
Stadium. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stadium mini games. Yeah.
For sure. Martin Hollis is back. Says also the Mario movie is bad, but my 5-year-old loved it. Yeah. That's I definitely had a similar experience. I liked all the huge parts of it.
Yeah. It's just like how kids like the Minion movies, right? These are the movies by the Minions people, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Flobotron says to celebrate the start of asparagus season, thick crust pizza with sliced ham, asparagus, and sauce hollandaise. Plus cheese, tomato base, of course. Yay or nay? So they laid it out. Thick crust pizza, sliced ham, asparagus, hollandaise sauce, which is the cheese, tomato base is what they're saying. And then I would try it. I would absolutely try it.
I don't hate any of that stuff. Yeah.
I don't like hollandaise.
You don't like hollandaise?
No.
Oh, hollandaise is okay, but a béarnaise sauce, which is holiday adjacent. Oh, that's the shit. A good béarnaise sauce. It's got that like, I don't know. There's something about that almost tastes a little marshmallowy to me, which sounds crazy. But I love it.
From Jeremy Hervey, I think that's right. If you guys come to Indianapolis, I will give you a dozen of the best chocolate chip cookies you've ever had.
Is that a threat?
I mean, that's the kind of threats I love right there.
I don't like chocolate chip.
I'm looking at the road trip map. Indianapolis.
We could easily dip down there. We could.
Yeah, that's a dip down. That would add a lot of time.
It's a dip down. Yeah. But I mean, if you kind of like begin to, because we're going to go.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I veto it.
Okay, there we go.
All
Shit.
Right, well,
we should not have given him veto power over the road trip. He's going to just cancel the whole thing. Yeah, we haven't announced exactly like where people will be able to hang out with us, but there are some details in the works. We're putting stuff together to maybe have a community meetup. So we'll let you know as we know more.
Obviously, it's a road trip. There's going to be a lot of places we stop and stay and go have drinks and dinner and stuff at. But there is one specific thing I'm working on as far as like a actual real deal community meetup situation. So stay tuned on that. But it's coming together quickly.
All right, let's see here. From Amy Winehouse of Leaves. A while ago, y'all were complaining about no ski games. Hear me out. Baby steps, but L1 controls left ski, L2 controls left pole. Same for R1, R2. Fuck ice.
No.
I love this idea. I would love this. Any game where you could control all the limbs on a character, I love that so much. Yeah, so give that to me.
Reb Valentine is probably one of my favorite people in games media, right?
She's great. Yep.
I highly suggest folks go check out the article that came out last week about how Baby Steps fans think that that game might be a covert Uncharted sequel.
Yeah, it's Uncharted 5.
Yeah.
People have spoken. I love that.
Reb is great, but I got to say there's something I saw pop up in the last couple days where one Yelix, Alex Perry, a great games media fella, a friend of mine, made a post about Ocarina of Time. I don't remember if he said it was mid or he said something along those. He's like, oh, is Blue Sky a safe space where I can say that Ocarina of Time is mid or something like that? And she was one of them in the games media space that was like, oh, yeah. She
just played that a little bit ago, too, like in the last couple months.
Yeah. Jesse Vitelli said the same thing.
Jesse Vitelli said it.
I know. People are just disappointing me left and right here.
No comment.
I know.
Chat of the Wild says the new season of the Zelda podcast is live. Tingle. There you go. You got in there and at a fair rate too.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Zombie Porn says, how does Dan feel knowing he's friends with the famous preeminent Mario expert, Ben Hansen? No one in Minneapolis knows more about Mario and Nintendo.
Oh, man. I don't want to put some of Ben's messages on the spot that he's told me about Mario before. It's pretty funny. He's the guy doing the local news rounds as the Mario expert.
He was on Game Mess Mornings, and he was trying to get me to be like, that Mario Wonder, right? And I'm like, no, I like that game. And I forgot just how much of a I don't get Mario guy he is. So,
yeah. Okay, I'll have to think of something higher profile to be a Mario expert on.
Good luck, dude.
I'll get him, yeah.
Dan, it's pathetic. You're not going to be able to figure out anything. Vivreen says, why is Bacalar the bad guy in a zombie movie, and it's Dib that has to take him down? Dan is Dib's pet zombie in all of this, by the way.
Oh, that actually super tracks. That's great.
Yeah.
What was the first part?
Why is Bacalar the bad guy in a zombie movie, and it's Dib that has to take him down?
Because he doesn't like anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and then Dib is plucky enough that no, I see the good in the world still, Papa.
Yeah. Well, Dan,
it's kind of like Bacalar is the big boss, and his kid is Solid Snake, and he has to take him down.
Bacalar accidentally created the zombies with his son in a 3D printer accident or something.
Yeah.
They 3D printed a zombie, and then it affected other people.
PAX East's own woke Gabagool boy, who said hi at the show, says, idea for a karaoke/musical game feature, Les Mitch.
Sure.
That's
I did not live until today.
God. Do you guys remember when we were leaving dinner in Jersey that one night? I think it was last year, and he was just belting. It was like a back and forth, singing to himself and back thing. I think it was from Les Mis, wasn't it?
It was confrontation.
Yeah. I was doing both sides of confrontation, right? Like, man like me can never change. Man like you can never change.
I was
no. 24601. My duties to the law. You have no rights.
Again.
Come with me 24601. Now the wheel has turned around. Jean Valjean is nothing now. Dare you speak to me of crime and the price you had to pay? Every man is born of sin. Every man must choose his way. You know nothing of Javert. I was born inside a jail. I was born with scum like you. I am from the gutter too. And then the other character,
you can just read dialogue.
Right. The other character, he does a different thing during all of that, which I won't indulge myself in.
Here's the thing. I was telling Mike before he got going in that car ride, I know the other character, and it's more impactful as a duet as it's written. And then Mike just kept going.
Yep. Oh, I've been looking for somebody to duet it with for so long.
I told you twice now.
I don't think the people at home realize how much of a no-off switch guy Mike is. It's incredible. Yeah. We took a break between the news and the games. Mike, you didn't even realize this. We were all talking about there's some logistics actually about the road trip, and I was bringing up okay, check the Discord, Jan and Grubb, check this out. So, and we're talking about what do you think about this? And Mike doesn't have his headphones on, so he doesn't know we're having this conversation. He's got his Disney calendar in the back, and he's changing the month, and he's just yelling, and we can pick it up on his back. Oh, it's Minnie Mouse month. Oh, it's a Minnie Mouse. It's like we're trying to have a business talk.
I am still staggered from the idea that Mike singing 7 stanzas was him not indulging himself. I'm like, what does that look like?
Think of me what you will.
Remember when he was tired?
Right? You know what happened? Oh no, this is what happens when he gets more tired. He starts to stop.
Mike, he needs the spotlight.
He's surging in.
From Macro Perla, they say, what are the chances we can get minimalist, small logo, merch? I'd love more clothing that I could wear to work. For now, I'll buy the kind of funny merch.
Don't do that.
Wow.
Don't do that.
I know. I see what you're doing there, and it works. Yeah, it's going to be a new merch drop soon, everybody. I'll try to include some. Yeah, I assume you just mean that GB logo. Something that doesn't have a picture of or the word bomb in it. I get it.
That being
the golf
said,
shirt does have a picture of a golf ball instead, and that's pretty small. Yeah.
That being said, I have seen folks clamoring for the OG red giant bomb block letter hoodie again.
We're gonna see if we can bring it back. It's still
Yeah.
Yep, we're gonna try.
No reason we can't do that. Yeah.
Yep. I just want to make sure we get as good of a hoodie as we did for that one, because it was just that one has lasted so long. I want to do right by it. Make sure we don't make sure our partner comes through. So yeah, we'll do what we can there.
But yes.
All right, last couple of super chats here from Migues. I fell asleep. What did I miss? All right, Mike, start the podcast over.
Don't
Tell
do
everything that
Oh,
happened.
I'm sleepy. Dan's like, haha, Mike's sleepy. And I was like, how dare you call me out for being sleepy? Jan's like, I want the people who saw the Mario movie to talk about that. And we're like, yeah, it's, whatever. It's the Mario movie. It's we should talk about video games. Dan had a video game where he types something. Isn't that interesting? I was like, yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'm not going to get involved in this conversation about the typing video game. Then Jan said, Mike, you just, I was like, it's my turn to talk. So I talked about Virtua Fighter for a little bit. Then Jan said I could go to the bathroom, and I did that. I switched my calendar, and it had a Minnie Mouse with a bumblebee on it. I'm like, that's nice. I can't believe I didn't switch that until just now. We're already a week into April. That's my bad. That's on me. Jeff wanted to talk about the video game news, and Quantic Dream is maybe not going to make a Star Wars game after all, and the Mario movie made a lot of money, so that was nice. And then Jan was like, oh, do you guys need to take a break? And I'm like, I gotta pee a little bit, but like everyone else doesn't want to take a break, so that's okay. We can just go into the next thing there. And that's when Jeff showed us the video game ad, and it was like 2 words. And he's like, this one's pretty easy. No, we had no idea. It was disappointing us. Then I remembered about Atomic Bomberman. Then Jeff said that he thought it was a port of Saturn Bomberman. And I'm like, that's not right. That's not right. I looked it up, and that's incorrect. This came out before that.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So another Grubb L. And then it was like, then there's, yeah, and then I was like, emails, Mike, you got to read super chats. I was like, oh, crap, my name was said again. I had to do something. Then I accidentally clicked the button where I got signed out. So Jeff came in and he read the super chats instead. And I think that's what's happening right now.
Sean, can you do me the biggest favor and cut that out and put that at the very beginning of the podcast?
Yeah. Do it last
just
time
have that
on
be the whole podcast. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Podcast in mic form. Jay,
That's
man.
the Mitch check. I just recapped the Bombcast right after it happened.
Separate feed, premium only.
John wants to know, is Pokemon Night Combat going to be open to all?
It's just like Wu-Tang, baby. It's for the kids.
It's for the kids. That's what we're saying. Yes, absolutely. That is all the super chats. Jan, once again, back to you.
Mike, what just happened?
I think the show's almost over.
Yes, that's correct. Boys, what do we got going on for the rest of this week? Game This Morning is popping off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right, Grubb?
Correctamundo, dude.
That's right. Speaking about Pokemon Monday Night Combat, Sean and I are dusting off the gym to check out the launch day, perhaps looking at the launch of Pokemon Champions with Pokemon Monday Night Combat. We're going to nail down a specific day that's going to work best for the both of us. And after that, Dan heads back to space. Our own space ace in the lightning round. Blink and you'll miss it.
40 minutes left.
40 minutes left, baby. We got voicemail dump truck popping off on Thursday as well. And then for premium members out there, we will not have Marry Me Tomodachi due to scheduling errors. We will instead have a Discord town hall. If you're a premium member, come in. Go hang out. Go hang out by the water cooler. We'll bring muffins. And then Friday, to end the week, Unprofessional Fridays, most likely we'll be popping off with a grab bag. If there's anything that's been popping off that you want us to take a look at and you think would work well in a UPF, just holler at your boys. But after this, after the Giant Bombcast is wrapped, a new episode of 9 Lives of Mr. Mistopheles just for you premium people out there. And speaking about premium people, for the folks that still need to be convinced, you want to taste of all the stuff we've been cooking up in the premium kitchen, there is a poll out on YouTube and as well as Blue Sky for which video we will unlock for you folks at home. Let's see. It's my bold predictions here that I think the Irish Who Wants to Be a Millionaire may win that poll. It is a banger of an app.
All-timer episode, yes. Incredible.
It's a good wit bam. That's right. That's what they're calling it. The Titter Wit Bam. That's what the kids on the streets are calling it. That's right. That's right. Boys, anything else popping off? Oh, I would be remiss if I forgot, and I almost did. This Saturday, the community is embarking. They're hitting the streets for a community endurance run. More info to come. A schedule will be announced soon, but you can go to giantbomb.com/endurance and you will be able to view those streams from there. Hang out. We got a lovely community that loves helping other people, so help them help other people. Boys, anything else going on this week?
No, I don't think so. I think you covered it.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
good
know
job,
what?
Jan.
Jesse Vitelli's mom watched the PAX East vlog, so
That's
why
true.
haven't you?
Wow.
That is
Yeah, and why
true.
isn't your mom? Come on,
Yeah,
everybody, get your moms to watch
And
their
why
stuff.
can't Jesse Vitelli find a nice girl at one of these things?
We listen. The next one could be
Guys.
us setting up Jesse
that,
Vitelli,
that cracked me up. That is the most mom comment.
of course.
Guys, what if one of
At
our
one of these things.
what
Imagine
if
not being in games and just like seeing a PAX and what the fuck is this thing?
I don't remember if Vitelli often makes his way out to PAX West, right? But PAX East next year. What if we have a speed dating panel?
Yep. And we
This has come up
tell,
before, I remember.
and it's just for Vitelli. Like,
just
but
for
we don't
Vitelli.
tell we don't tell
Yeah.
Vitelli it's just for Vitelli.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah,
We do
yeah,
the
yeah.
dating game thing too, where it's like you got the dividers up
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
everything,
oh, yeah.
and questions. I'll host it. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Folks at home, that about does it for this week's episode of the Giant Bombcast. He's been Dan, he's been Jeff, he's been Mike. Shouts out to Sean for editing the show. Shouts out to Will, shouts out to Chuck. Shouts out to Jeff Backler, who's out on assignment today. I've been Jan. We love you. Goodbye.